show yesterday. There were a couple interesting things. Oh, this guy says he has interesting information on True Blood, but I don't want to know any plot points.
Is he going to give us
Rich?
spoilers?
Howard, it's not about the plot. I wish I knew what the hell was going on
Right.
in the show. The lead guy, Bill Compton, right, the lead vampire,
Yeah.
he was in a movie that I happened to watch recently, and I said, that's Compton. It's a movie that you talked about when it came out, Quills.
Rich?
Jeffrey Rush.
Rich, I got to get out of this.
That's interesting information.
It's Jeffrey Rush, Bill Compton. His real name is Stephen Moyers.
Oh.
He was in the movie Quills.
That was a good movie, Quill.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't even remember it, but I remember liking it.
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
All right, Rich, thank you. Please.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
That's the information that the guy...
He had to break in with that.
The guy had another
God.
acting job.
Can you believe that guy worked before True
Yeah.
Blood and played another character?
He's an actor, and he acted in something else.
All right. Now,
That was the worst phone call of all time.
that might have been the worst call ever.
I think get that guy back. He's the worst call of all time.
Thank you for your call.
He gets a prize.
The guy from True Blood was in another.
Douche.
Tommy, you're on the air. Hi, Tommy, in Malden, Mass.
Hey, Howard, you know something? You know how much you mean to people? I want to thank you for yesterday's show. That was that should go in that broken down building in Chicago there, the Radio Hall of Fame.
Hey.
The Ted Kennedy show was unbelievable.
Tommy, thank you. But speaking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this is the greatest listener out there. Sent me, I got in the mail, Robin, a letter and a big box, and this box weighs a ton. It's from a guy named Craig. And, you know, there's a Radio Hall of Fame, and we basically pointed out that it's a ridiculous organization because it's one guy who decided to call it the Radio Hall of Fame, and he's in charge of it. And the guy's not even known in radio, and nobody even knows what his credentials are. So anyway, I got a letter from Craig, and it's addressed Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Dear Mr. Stern, congratulations on your induction to Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Each year, our panel, me, some friends, and my neighbor with the oval-shaped pool, select a radio personality that we think is really, really good. This year, it's you that we like. Isn't that cool? Though we do not have an actual building, your framed photo and brass nameplate will be mounted on my half-furnished basement with a full bathroom, by the way. You can visit anytime you like as long as you call a day or two in advance so we can clean up the toys and other shit down there. So again, congratulations on this ultimate honor. You are really, really good. Sincerely, Craig, founder and running things guy for CRHOF. And
That's great.
look at this. This is a Craig's Radio Hall of Fame trophy.
Oh, wow. He went out and really
He
did something.
And on it says Craig's Radio Hall of Fame recognizes Howard Stern for being really, really good at radio stuff and all things like that. 2009.
That's great.
And it's a big glass block. It's gorgeous with a big
It's
star.
beautiful.
So I'm going to put that here in the studio up on our ledge, on our mantle.
You should visit that.
You guys should go visit the Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's so funny. And it's perfect.
So I'm the winner of the Craig's Radio Hall of Fame for outstanding radio.
Because
Thank
that's
you.
the same as that Dumont guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's
Wendy?
absolutely no difference.
Wendy, it's Bruce Dumont.
What? I won? Oh.
Where are your tears for Craig's Radio Hall of Fame?
I might have Craig call in so I can have my tears.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, so yesterday on the wrap-up show, I was listening to some of it. I didn't get to hear all of it. But they dragged Scott the engineer in there, who's always good radio. And the discussion was mostly about Scott's DJ business. We haven't
Yes.
mentioned that DJ AM was preceded by Scott the engineer. And, you know, as I was listening to this on the radio, I was thinking about Scott the engineer. Like, I mean, the one profession, who's the one guy you wouldn't want at a party? It would be Scott the engineer. And the profession he chose
Was party.
was a part, like he runs the party.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't pick a more bizarre sort of side job.
When
for
have you
Scott.
ever looked at Scott and say, now that's a party?
Right.
You're coming to my wedding.
DJ Downer.
And I'd like to call up Michael's best friend, Michael, who has a toast for the graduation boy.
Where's my shit?
I wonder how those weddings he presided over worked out.
They all ended in divorce. There wasn't one that succeeded. So anyway, here's Scott talking about his DJ business and what's happened to it.
5 years ago, I did a wedding. I came home. I put my shit in the closet, and I said to my wife, I am done. My equipment is still sitting in that closet. 5 years later, I have never touched it since.
Maybe I'll buy it off you.
It's worth a lot of money.
You're telling me if the price wasn't right, you wouldn't come out of retirement?
If the price was right, I would come out of retirement.
It was so great, like when you're in Vegas, everything's about the DJ.
So if anybody wants me to DJ their weddings,
forget wedding. It should be that. Ladies and gentlemen, at Club Pure, Saturday night, Scott the engineer.
I would love to do clubs right now. I mean, that would be the.
You don't know half the music.
It's not hard to figure out what it is.
Ay vey.
If it's not hard to figure out, why isn't he doing it? The guys are making tons of money.
Then they talked to Scott about the fact that, like, when he was a DJ, the DJ has to learn all the dances and
He has to be up on things.
Yeah, it's sort of like a show.
In the club.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's the fun guy at the party. Like, you want to hang with him. And Scott refused to adapt as a DJ. Like, he would not alter that personality of his one bit. He was not going to bend for anyone.
It used to crack me up when he'd get into that tuxedo.
Yeah, his outfit.
Bed records.
Did you ever sing along?
No, I would.
You would yell hands up, though, right? You would do the hands up.
I wouldn't really sing. I would just go hands up, but I wouldn't sing.
Was that how you did it? Would you just state hands up? Everyone.
I resisted every time a new thing came out, like the Macarena or Electric Slide. The DJ had to learn those dances, so most times he would be able to teach people.
Can you do those dances?
No, I never learned those dances.
Scott, can you do the Electric Slide?
No, I faked it. What I would do is all right, we got a request for Electric Slide from her. Now you come up and you have to lead everybody on the Electric Slide. I would make the people that requested that song.
I don't believe him. I think he could definitely do that.
I'll tell you one song I knew he did learn. Hands up. I saw him on the fucking conga line doing it.
Yes, Scott?
No, I just, Doug just offered me a gig that they're having for Beetlejuice, a party at the end of October, and I turned them down.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'm so out of the music scene for parties. I have no idea what I'm just, I was done with it. I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Scott's so funny. He's got that antiquated equipment in his closet, and he goes, well, if anybody, and then Gary goes, well, I should buy it off you. He goes, it's worth a lot of money.
It's not antiquated.
Yeah, but come on.
CD players, but it's an amp and speakers and a mixer, which
it's worth a lot of money. Did you think a brand?
It costs a lot of money,
but it's not even state of the art anymore.
Well, the speakers are. I mean, they're Bose speakers. You can't get any better than that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somehow Scott smelled some dough there,
right?
But that's. I'm just surprised you turned down the gig. I mean,
I just wouldn't do a good job. Number one,
right? Did you ever do a good job?
Yeah, I did.
I never stopped you before.
It's a legitimate gig. It's a party potentially for 300 people. We're very early in the stage of planning it for Beetlejuice's launch for his show that's coming up in October.
Why don't you get a real DJ?
And no, I mean, he has 2 months to practice. No. It's not like a goof. Like, we need a DJ. Came up yesterday.
You know what? Forget him.
And
he's out of the business.
You play that Boom Boom song or something.
It's Boom Boom, right?
Boom Boom Pow.
I'll play that all night. There you go.
Everybody get on the dance floor now. Here's a very popular song. Kit, kit, boom, boom, pow.
Gotta get hit.
I could just play this over and over again.
Yeah, go have a cigarette.
I like that Scott doesn't want to do the DJ work because he's afraid he wouldn't do a good job. But, of course, that doesn't stop him from coming into here.
I was like, it never stopped him before.
Aren't you afraid you're not going to do a good job here?
I am, but I keep coming back
every day.
The line he just said to us is like, I'm irrelevant.
That's right.
When were you relevant?
Well, years ago, I was very relevant.
He said
when was Eisenhower president?
His newest music is 6 years old at this point.
I got to tell you, when I wore my toupee, I looked a lot different back then. Now that I don't have my hair, I don't think I'm as relevant.
I look like Colin Farrell.
I'm done. Done with that. The pile-on begins.
Back then, I looked like Colin Farrell.
Now I look like Colin's ferret.
Yes, Gary.
I think I've just uncovered another piece of Stern history. So Ronnie told me that Scott had a video, and when you wanted to hire him, he would come to the house and show you the video of him DJing.
Oh.
And I would love to
demo.
see it, but he said that Ronnie's son said, when he was getting married, that he came and showed the video, and that, for Ronnie's kid, that was it. He wasn't hiring Scott based on what he saw in the video.
Oh, really? The video was a turnoff.
It was a non-sales tool.
Scott's staring like he knows this is 100% true. And you don't even want to come back to defend yourself.
Scott, what was the video?
It was just me doing a wedding.
Do you still have it?
Probably somewhere. I don't
Could you
know.
please
look
bring
around.
it to me?
You got to find
Yeah, that's a TV special.
Look around.
Excuse me.
That's worth money.
Would you like to see my highlight reel?
Sure.
I'm sure it'll excite you.
I can't believe it. Ronnie's son looked at the video and said, next.
It's like the DJ version of Schindler's List. So depressing.
The son of a friend.
I know I look like a sad sack sitting here, but when you see me in my tuxedo,
I'm a different guy.
I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, for what it was.
I mean, I did a great job.
I'm a different guy when I get behind that turntable.
That's right.
Isn't it weird that your highlight reel like turned them off?
I guess.
Here I am taking my 5th smoking break. I often need to go out and have a cigarette to relax. But don't worry, the music will flow. I have an assistant who spins.
Yeah.
Here's me saying hands up.
Sir, can you wake up?
Here's people refusing to pay me. Here's me driving off.
That's why they call the song Hands Up. I used to use a gun to get my money.
Wasn't Joey Boots your
That's how
assistant?
the dance started.
For a little while, yeah. He helped me out.
Great.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like a good team.
That was great.
Those parties must have ended early.
Can you imagine? Mr. Fun is here.
Yeah.
The life of the party.
Mr. Fun and his fun assistant.
A gay drug addict and a downer of a DJ.
And Mr. Zippity Doodah.
A gay drug addict and Joey Boots.
I used to get... I didn't know he was gay. I used to get undressed in front of him, too.
I wondered why he'd try to suck my cock.
And he's still gay.
Wait, you used to do like a costume change? You used to go
no, I would come in dungarees when we set up. I would just come in
Then you get in
jeans
his
and stuff.
tuxedo.
Then I
My
change.
alter ego.
Then I change into my,
Like Superman.
That's right.
I was
My
Peter
super
Parker.
outfit. My super tux.
Are there 2 people you'd want at your party the least? I mean, like, can you name them? Joey Boots. Scott the engineer show up with them.
I'm schlepping in my equipment now, but don't worry, I'm in my jeans. That's when I'm moving stuff. Then I'll slip into my outfit.
I mean, I wouldn't accuse anybody of anything, but if anybody remembers anything missing from one of those weddings.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
It's a great... Why, did you want to add something?
No, nothing.
See, when you get into his DJ days, I just think of the time that the kids attacked.
We've been through this.
Yeah, well, the kids beat him up.
He got beaten up by 6-year-olds.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Okay.
I won't embarrass you with that story. What else?
Oh, one of his better DJ days.
Scott.
Oh, it's you.
What? You're not confident enough?
No, not now. Not anymore. I used to be.
You're too far out of the
I was
game?
the life of the party.
When?
1927. That would be it.
No, so seriously, how long would it take for you to get back in the game?
Oh, it would take a while. I mean, it would take... I would have to get all the music that's current, not only current, for the past probably 10 years of music to get up to date. I'd have to get new equipment. I mean, it's a big investment to get back into the thing.
So a lot of time and money would have to put into this?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't even use CDs anymore, which is really, I stopped 5 years ago, and now nobody uses CDs anymore. Technology is so far advanced from 5 years ago that they use a laptop with a hard drive. That's it. So everything would have to be set up again, Can I tell you?
So not even for Beetlejuice?
Nobody gets me.
I have an offer.
Uh-oh. No,
A legitimate offer.
Doug
Again,
Goodstein with an offer.
Again, I'm not doing this as a goof. Like, it came up yesterday, this on the air with you and DJing, and then in a meeting, like 4 hours later, we needed a DJ. How about we'll get a DJ and you could be the celebrity host? Like DJs have.
Okay. I would consider.
So it's sort of like a DJ, but you'll just introduce some songs. You'll talk to the crowd.
Right. Okay. I'll think about that.
And I'll pay you.
Oh, look at that! Even money involved with this. Look at that.
What do you think?
It sounds reasonable. I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? No goof.
Everything, it is a goof, because everything Doug does, there's always a motive behind it. So, of course it's a goof.
There's no goof.
There's going to be cameras there.
What's the goof? We're going to have
It's a Beetlejuice show. There's going to be cameras there. And here comes Scott the engineer to make a fucking fool out of himself.
What's the goof? It's a party with 300 Stern fans.
Oh, yeah, just what I need. Just what I need.
Beetlejuice show. And what's the goof? What could go wrong?
No, I wouldn't get heckled at all, right? From 300 Stern fans at a party that I'm fucking hosting.
You got to do it.
You're Scott Super DJ.
Super DJ, right.
You're too good to DJ, so you could just
maybe
be on the mic.
Maybe if you can control the amount of tomatoes that get thrown at me, I might consider.
We'll talk.
We'll have the business discussion. We have this is called negotiation tactics. You see, you gotta wait. You gotta wait and see. Play out the scenario.
As you know, sitting here this evening, we have a few members of the staff of the Howard Stern Show. Hey, look who's here! Oh my God. Why don't we introduce Gary Baba Booey?
I'll tell you what, freaking bastard smokes like a... This guy smokes, he's dying of cancer.
I know, right? Give me that. Now let me introduce... Give me that. Just give it for a second. Look at Scott's hair, and look at John's hair, and you tell me what it's like. Jackie almost beat his own page, Joe and Marley. Jackie, what's someone to do a few minutes ago? Just kidding, Mr. Dangy. I'm very excited that I brought Mike's father, who's like within 14 minutes of my age, and I'm twice Mike's age, so I'm here visiting my friend Mike. His father and I should be out fishing together. Last time I was at a wedding, and somebody asked me to do time to come up and said, listen, do some jokes. The whole family wants to hear the jokes. The whole family wants to hear the jokes. I swear to God, the bride's mother was dry heaving in the bedroom. So, cursely. How do you say it? Huh? I'm bowing out. Okay.
Let me just say one thing.
No, John.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
I was going to say, it's got a bit parody like the military character.
Of what? That freaking... What do you say?
I was feeling depressed yesterday. Sometimes I get depressed for no reason. Like it's like an overwhelming...
Just comes over you?
Oh, my God. And it's the worst thing. So I was sitting there. Oh, I know what happened. Gary gave me the Macy Gray. Macy Gray put out a new album of cover versions. And I don't really know much about Macy Gray. Except
for that one big hit.
Yeah. It's true. That's her one big hit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
I think it's called I'll Try.
And I'll try.
Or I Try.
I try not.
Yeah, I can't remember what that line was.
Yeah, so the reason I was listening to Macy Gray was Gary said, hey, Macy Gray came out with a new CD. You want to hear it? Maybe she's going to be making the rounds. Maybe we'll have her in. I don't know much about her, but she seems very interesting, Macy Gray. And you know, I've heard drips and drabs of stuff she's done.
Yeah.
But so she put out a CD of cover versions, like some interesting choices too. Like she does "Nothing Else Matters" by Metallica, and I thought it was really moving. And I had it on whenever I have music on, and I don't know, I get moody, and I was sitting in front of my computer, opening email, and it had the Macy Gray thing playing, and I started to get sad. And then my dog was like right at my feet and looking up at me, and I started looking at her, and she's 10, and she's been having health problems, and I got sad, and I started hugging her and everything, and then I said, you know, I'm feeling really down. I'm going to write that on Twitter, because I never tweet. So I wrote, I'm feeling down. 2 seconds later, people start tweeting me back. You fucking pussy. You know, like the complete opposite of what I was looking for. I realized
so if you're on the ledge, they're going to say jump.
I was exactly. I was so desperate for love right at that point, you know, and all I had was the dog, and I was sad that the dog was going to. I said, you know what? I'm going to turn to my fans, my loving Twitter fans. And I'm just going to expose myself at my raw state, you know, and my raw emotion.
You're going to be vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm going to be vulnerable. You know, who cares what people think? Well, 2 seconds later, I was so sorry. I wrote it. It was like, fuck you, you homo. Pull yourself together. You know why you're sad? You're old, you old fuck. And
oh, wow.
Oh, my God. I was just like,
it was
wow.
like things you weren't even thinking.
It was, yeah, I was like, wow, what an avalanche of hate. But then, like, if you wait long enough, then people start to sort of turn around.
The haters are faster typers, I think.
And then people started sending me pictures of their dogs, and like, one dog was in diapers because it's dying. And it was like, you know, like the people were showing me they went through similar experiences, and it was a little better, but it wasn't much better. And then some woman asked for a picture of my dog. I tweeted that out, and then I quickly got off. I didn't want to read anymore. It was not fulfilling what I needed. I needed to talk to someone.
Well, that's
so I went to my psychiatrist, and
an interesting experiment.
I tried to turn to my fans for some support, but it was more like, you're such a homo. You're gay.
Wow.
Yeah, like I was gay bashing.
Or gay bashed.
I was gay bashed. I know what it's like to be gay bashed. And it's called insulting names.
Wow.
Yeah. I was going to be like that guy who jumped off the bridge after his roommate taped him making out with a guy.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. You know, everybody's talking about bullying like it's a child or children phenomenon.
Right. No.
People, you just grow and you're continually bullied.
Yeah.
Even as an adult.
Get over it. You heard Whitney.
It's true. People get bullied as adults.
Yeah. Like Gary bullied me yesterday. People even said, and then people started writing me, no wonder Gary took advantage of you yesterday, and you didn't fire back at him.
My tweets were all like, Howard was a jerk to you.
Yeah, well, mine were. Well, it depends when you listen, because at the end I let you have the last word, and in the morning I had the last word. You know what I mean? So depending on which argument you heard.
Then I saw somebody sent an email in yesterday and just like called me a monkey, and you should fire that monkey. If that ape worked in the real world, his gorilla ass would be fired.
Well, what about Whitney Cummings? I mean, she's on major medication now because people were bullying her about her new TV show.
It never ends.
Yeah. And then I heard Sal on the wrap-up show bullying her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was kind of like, I think he's one of those people who...
Who's jealous?
Yeah, like Sal thinks he should have a sitcom, I think. And it's like, just not, Sal, get over yourself. Why don't you write a sitcom?
Or go get it. Yeah, she wrote those.
Yeah, she wrote 2 separate sitcoms, Sal. So why don't you write one and submit it?
Nobody just plucked her out of obscurity and said, we're going to put you on TV.
Yeah, she worked her ass off. I tried to tell Whitney that. I said, it's all jealous comedians. I said, you should see every guy in radio fucking treats me like an asshole because they're all jealous, but they want to be me.
Howard, I praise Whitney on the
but I know back in the office you're pretty nasty about her.
No, I'm
just the truth.
I'm nasty in general. I'm just a bitter guy, but...
Hey, by the way, what's the name of that model we had in yesterday?
Ellie McPherson.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you...
I talked nice about her, too.
Who?
Ellie McPherson.
Ellie McPherson?
And Whitney... I'm just bitter in general, but I think I
Don't you think it's weird? I got to ask you now, because I was listening to the wrap-up show and you were talking about Ellie McPherson. Don't you... I got to just say this, because everyone was good about not saying it. Don't you think it's weird that, I interviewed that person for, a whole morning, and you still don't know her name?
Ellie McPherson.
What?
McPherson. McPherson? I don't know.
How do you say her last name?
McPherson. I don't know. I have like this. It's a Long Island enunciation.
Say her whole name.
Ellie McPherson. E-L-L-E McPherson.
Had you ever heard of her before?
I've seen her around, sure, here and there. I'm not a model guy. I don't follow models.
I understand, but she was one of the most famous models in America.
And you must have said her name a million times during the interview.
Right.
I was busy.
You didn't listen to the interview?
I listened to some of it. I heard her say some derogatory things to you.
Who?
Ellie McPherson.
Right. So when you heard Ellie McPherson,
I don't know
when you were... You don't know where I'm going. Believe me, you have no idea either. You think I have no idea. You really have no idea.
Am I going to get in trouble for something?
No, you're not in trouble at all.
Okay, good.
We're just pointing out how ridiculously retarded you are.
Oh, thanks.
That's all.
Very good.
Right now, people are howling with laughter, and you don't even know it.
Same people who tweeted you yesterday?
Yeah.
Those people?
No, but you're
those kind people?
You're one of those guys that thinks Whitney isn't that talented and doesn't deserve what she has.
Bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's not what I hear.
Listen, comedy is subjective. And, for example, Carrot Top, a lot of comedians put him down.
Right.
But you cannot deny his talent. You cannot deny what he does.
Right.
I don't like Madonna. I hate Madonna. She's sold millions and millions of records. You can't deny what she does. Whitney, I'm not a huge fan of her. She's a great roaster. I'm not a really big fan, but...
Why wouldn't you be a big... I mean,
not a big fan, but she's a great roaster.
She's a great roaster in that capacity. I'm just not. I'm not...
But how can you not...
I'm not floored with her. I'm not floored with anybody these days.
You're not floored by her roasts?
Absolutely floored by her roast.
So you are floored by her?
Yes. Well, by her roast.
But you just said you're not floored by her.
Well, are you floored by me as a tap dancer? No, but as a prank caller, you are. I'm saying that in some areas.
So you are floored by, but you were evaluating her as a comedian. What she does is roast people, and she's
great at it.
So then why would you think she doesn't deserve to?
Who said she doesn't deserve?
You did.
No, I did not. I never said
you didn't say that publicly. You say it privately.
I never said privately she didn't deserve it. I said that she's being chastised and she's being put down because of a lot of people in the industry wanted to see her fail. That's what I said.
Right.
And you know what?
What about Ellie McPherson, though?
What about her? She's a supermodel. She's good at what she does, I guess. She's on that fashion show.
I think it's amazing that I interviewed her. We promoted the fact that she was coming in. I said her name a certain way, and you're mangling her name?
McPherson. I don't know. McPherson. I have no idea. Ellie McPherson.
No, it's just weird.
I have no... I don't know how else you would mangle her name.
Her name is Elle McPherson.
Right. I've heard you say Elle. Everybody call it Elle. But Elle... My name is Salvatore Governale. Sal Governale.
Are you going to now say what? What are you saying?
You could call me Salvatore. You could call me Sal. When you call her Elle, I heard you call her...
Her name isn't Ellie.
It's E-L-L-L-E. Lee. Ellie. Ellie McPherson.
Holy shit.
I bet you...
what's amazing about you? You'll argue to the end even when you know you're wrong.
But...
Her name isn't Ellie, it's Elle.
When you called her Elle, it's like your mother calling you Hal.
No, E-L-L-E is Elle.
Have you ever seen... There's a magazine with that name.
It's called Elle.
Yeah, but magazines don't speak, Robin.
Oh.
There's not a person in America who calls her Ellie except you.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm unique.
Wow. You refuse to learn.
All right, now so it's Elle. But when you called her Elle, and even on the wrap-up show, they were saying Elle or Ellie.
No, you said Ellie. No,
I see Ellie. On the notes, I see Ellie. I see E-L.
You read E-L-L-E as Ellie.
E-L-L-E. Lee. Ellie. I see it as Ellie.
She doesn't have Elle Lee as a name.
You know what it is? He has a reading problem.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
And you read it, and even though you hear everyone saying Elle,
I'm assuming it was Sal versus Salvatore. I'm assuming it was
okay. All right.
Fred versus Frederick. That's not a legitimate argument.
Frederick. It's Elle. It's not Ellie.
It's Ben versus Benji. All right, so it's Elle.
Okay.
And I'm retarded because I saw I read it E-L-L-E. I saw two L's,
but
two E's.
Going around saying, I mean, the whole world says Elle McPherson. She says Elle McPherson. She's on the air. We're saying, here's Elle McPherson. And then, somehow you walk in out of, a time... I don't know where you are,
I see something
at a time machine, and you go, Ellie. No, you've never heard that name before.
You've never heard the magazine called
When I
Elle.
see Elle, I don't think think about her name. That's the last thing I think about.
Okay.
She's a nice piece of ass. Who cares what her name? Her name could be Frank. I'd bang her in the ass. Who cares?
You're an amazing man.
Well, I'm sorry that I
so
could
many
name
levels. Just even your explanation. Every time you get something wrong, well, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
No, it doesn't.
I don't care about history. I don't care about geography. I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
Not true.
I don't care about voting.
Not true.
I don't care that there's not purple states.
Oh, when you screw up an enunciation, you get 16,000 emails. You get all pissed off.
Are
you retarded?
You're constant.
I'm not constant.
Sure, we all get things wrong, but God, there isn't a thing you get right.
There's plenty of things I get right.
What?
Plenty.
What?
I don't know. Just give me something. I don't know. What do I give a shit about? I saw her name. I pronounced it Ellie. That makes me retarded? I mean, it's crazy.
Kind of.
It's kind of ignorant, Howard.
It's kind of weird because you work on the show and we prepare for guests. And
I do a good job.
Everyone's saying L.
Who cares?
Can I explain it to him a little bit?
Yeah, maybe you can.
Sal, it's not that you read it
Happy
wrong.
birthday, by the way, Gary.
It's not that you. Thank you. It's not that you read it wrong.
Baba Booey.
Now go fuck yourself.
No, but it's that she's been in the mainstream of media for probably 30 years. You probably jerked off to her. You probably read Sports Illustrated, all that stuff. So
never read Sports Illustrated.
But I understand that you read it wrong, but she's been a celebrity for a very long time. And so that's how I would think you would know her name.
You know what? She really hasn't been in the spotlight in my eyes. I mean, she's out there. There's no denying it. But I'm telling you, she doesn't stand out like she's not like a Christy Brinkley, not like a Cheryl Teague.
Show your cock. Just show your cock and be done with it.
You're looking at it right here, the whole body. I'm a big cock. All right. Well, I'm sorry. And as far as Whitney's concerned, that's those.
No, I've heard that you kind of like one of those jealous comics.
I'm not jealous of what's there to be jealous about. As soon as you start,
there's a lot to be jealous. She's pulling down a fortune. She's making millions.
And that was my point on the wrap-up show. Even though she's doing that, it's driving people crazy. What do I care what she does? It has no bearing on me as a person.
That's right. That's what I was trying to tell her. These other comics, whether she gets a sitcom or not,
doesn't mean they're going to get one.
Doesn't mean
she didn't get them out of the line.
Right. If she doesn't get a sitcom, it doesn't mean then they're going to go to Sal Governale next.
Whether she does great or whether it bombs, it has absolutely
you're going to be the
no
same.
bearing.
You're going to be the same position.
Yeah, I'll be the same shithead.
And in fact, she said to me afterwards, she said, I'm surprised because a lot of comics got a lot of deals all of a sudden. Like, networks kind of think in droves.
Right.
When you sign one person.
One type of person.
Yeah, they go,
you go look for somebody else.
Let me go get another female comic or something. Right. A lot of comics actually benefited from me being signed.
I agree. And a lot of times these scouts, there could be a comic on stage who can bomb or be a complete hack. That might be something that a particular agent is looking for.
Do you ever get scouted?
I've been in a few. No, not really. No, just by you.
I'm the only one who picked up on you, huh?
Yeah.
That's my unique charm,
No, I have a few good things going on, but you hit the nail on the head. When I used to go out and...
That'd be good if, I was arguing with some of the talent on America's Son. They go, what do you know? You hired Sal.
Oh, that hurts.
That'd be great. And I'd go,
you
right.
got an argument there.
Right.
Yeah. Hit the buzzer on me, Howard.
Right.
Throw me out.
Hitting the buzzer is so intense. It's so much fun.
Great.
Oh, it's so great. And then when the other two judges join in, it's like, and then all of a sudden the music goes, and the whole stage goes black. It's like death just hit.
It'd be great if you could bring that buzzer everywhere, like to a restaurant. The food sucks. Wherever you go.
It's great.
You're a lucky son of a bitch. That's good. And you earned it. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Sal.
You're very welcome. Not that you don't take my word for my word shit to you, so.
What?
You're like, oh, thank you, Sal. Like you rolled your eyes. Like I
didn't roll my eyes at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's my paranoia. It's my paranoia.
I said thank you. That's very nice.
I appreciate it.
All right, get out of here.
All right.
By the way, speaking of the wrap-up show, that's where we got the John was talking to Sal, and that's where he started calling Ellie McPherson. Here, I'll play a little clip from that just so you see how that all went down. There, hold on.
A fat, ugly chick cannot get away with comments like that. But Ellie's so hot. I mean, she could basically say that your mother looks like a fucking goblin, and all right, suck my cock. Who cares? That's the beauty of being beautiful.
Sal, do you think
free pass? I mean, she said carte blanche herself.
Do you think that she is a true supermodel?
Absolutely. I mean, there are women that are hot, like wow, she's an 8, she's a 9. Then you see Ellie, and Ellie McPherson is like
like a moron.
This is so funny.
A goddess.
Ellie McPherson.
Ellie.
Yeah. That's the only clip of that, right, of Ellie McPherson.
He says it again in the next one when Gary asks about Ellie McPherson, and he doesn't realize what's wrong with it.
Sal, you've been in this seat before where, she was the one who killed on the roasts and tore people apart. Now she's getting torn apart. How do you deal with that? Is that tough to combat?
Touche, cocksucker. Welcome to the entertainment business. It works both ways.
Touche?
Yeah. She puts it out, you get it back.
Touche, Ellie McPherson.
Ellie McPherson, what does that have to do with this?
Nah, it's a callback. But why do you think that? But why?
Ellie McPherson. I just don't know how you're around. Ellie McPherson is a very popular name in our culture, especially for guys Sal's age.
She's pretty iconic.
Yeah. Everyone's heard the name Elle McPherson.
Well, he explained that E-L-L-E spells...
Ellie.
He probably never heard of her before.
He goes, Ellie.
He was spelling it with 3 L's at one point.
Yeah, right. He went E-L-L-L-E-E. Ellie.
Like Sally, Salvatore.
Salvatore.
Right.
He's a trip.
He's the best.
He's the best. He really is. You got to get him in there.
And I loved how he kept trying to fix the pronunciation of her last name because he didn't think that Ellie was wrong at all.
Right.
Yeah, I was convinced you were going to have him saying McPherson or something like that by the time he was at it.
Yeah, it was too weird. All right, thank you, John Hein. We look forward to your wrap-up show today with Gary and the gang. Should be a lot of fun.
Sal. Yes. Salvatore.
Yes. My point.
Are you familiar with the spelling of the word gazelle?
Yes. G-I... You're not asking me to spell it, but
No,
yeah.
but it contains at the end...
Oh, gazelle. There's a G-A... There's two.
Z.
Giselle Bundchen. Giselle.
No, like gazelle, like the animal.
Right.
The cheetah-like animal.
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
G-A-Z-E-L-L-E.
Right.
How would you pronounce that?
Gazelle.
Why not call that gazelle?
I don't know why. That's what you got. Wait, hold on. This guy's the culprit. Turn the cameras. How am I the culprit? This guy yesterday brings me into the wrap-up show. All right? You want to talk about slimy people. You want to talk about underhanded people who fucking a really dirty, mischievous move. Not mischievous. Just a real dirty, no good, low-life, scummy thing. Right here. Mischievous. The bottom of, not the bottom of the barrel, the scrapings underneath the bottom of the barrel. Wow. This guy brings me onto the wrap-up show yesterday. He goes, I want to talk to you about Bruce Springsteen and Gary getting yelled at. The whole time, I didn't know it was over Ellie McPherson.
It wasn't.
Elle McPherson. Whatever the hell.
It wasn't. I didn't know you said her name wrong until you said it on wrap-up.
I don't know about that. It doesn't make any sense.
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
I didn't. You
because I said to you,
no, you
why am I
volunteered
here?
it, and I didn't correct it. I just let you roll.
Well, who
you want to be
told
mad
you
at me?
on the sneak that I was saying
Nobody.
Ellie?
That was your own idiocy. I didn't know you called her Ellie until you said it.
I don't know about that. I find that very hard to believe. I smell shenanigans around here. Something is very smelly. Rhymes with Ellie.
Was it Richard?
No, Richard smells fantastic.
Sal, I would tell you honestly if I knew you pronounced it that way. I had no idea until you said it when we were in there. And then I let you say it again and again and again. I copped to that fully.
Right. All right.
So who could have known prior to that? And maybe
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I bet you there's plenty of people who call her Ellie.
Wait, hold on. You call me mischievous? How do you define that?
First of all, I screwed up that word. It's mischievous. So there you go. Is it mischievous? But anyway.
Do you want me to tell you, or that be a
yeah.
mischievous thing to do?
What is it? What's the right way?
What do you think the right way is?
I think it's mischievous.
Okay. You think that.
You said, see, that's what I'm talking about. He just asked me if I would like to know. I give him a word, and then what does he say back? He doesn't correct me. He goes, "You think that?" That's not nice. It's not nice. He's not a nice person. He's a nice person, but he's not that nice of a person. He's a calculated nice person. Sneaky.
Is anyone really that nice around here?
No. Yeah, they are. There's a few people. Nick,
I'd rank
the intern.
John at the top of the list.
Rob's a really nice guy.
Hey.
John's okay. John's good at what he does. John's good. John set up the ball, served it, and Howard just sent it out of the park. There's no parks in volleyball, but there's no out of the parks in volleyball, but you know what I mean. God almighty, am I flustered.
I'm David Tell, and I'm here to pour myself out, get the message out about the new Gong Show on Comedy Central, and of course to reminisce about our Afghanistan USO tour. So,
now, how did the tour go for you?
I think we'll all agree that like the tour is great. It's the getting there that sucks. The flying, taking like 5 planes to get there, spending 20 hours, and very unsmokable airports, which was a shock to me. Turkey, you can't smoke in the airport. Can you believe it? Yeah, you can bang a boy in the. No, I'm kidding. No. But yeah, that was the hard part, and the heat of the whatever that was, desert areas was very, very crazy. But the guys did a great job, and the troops were very into it. So
I think Dave Attell's got some real pressure on him. He's got to go out and promote the Gong Show. They're starting it on Comedy Central. He's the host.
He's the host, yeah.
Yeah, it's his show, so he's got to get out there.
You think there's real pressure? It's Comedy Central.
Yeah, no, there's pressure.
They're banking on this?
They're banking on him.
All right.
He's their one hope.
Now that they lost Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
What's up?
Is there pressure on you to promote the Gong Show? In other words, you want this to be... But, I mean, you can laugh all you want, but this is a big deal to you. I mean,
it really is.
You need this to be successful.
This is my last chance to show business.
I mean, you've done a lot of work for Comedy Central. You've had HBO specials. You're a successful comedian.
You had your own show for
I did, yeah.
That didn't work out.
It didn't... What?
Well, I mean, it ended.
Well, I ended it, though.
Right. Oh,
yeah,
you
it was
did?
going to kill him, that show.
Why did you end your own Dave Attell show?
Because I only have one liver, and it got harder to do as it was called the Insomniac Show, not the Dave Attell Show.
All right, but it should have been called. Everyone called it the Dave Attell. The whole industry called it.
They called it the whole industry.
Yeah,
yeah.
Everyone in the industry called it the Dave Attell Show.
Exactly, Variety, of course. Yeah. No, they called it. Why I ended it? Because it was getting harder to do, but I wanted to keep doing hour specials, and they wanted the half hours, and I guess in hindsight I should have kept doing it. But look at me now, I'm like an old, drunk guy. I mean, it just seems like.
Are you really a drunk?
Yeah, and that's why the Gong Show is like a perfect rehab of.
Do you have a drinking problem?
Yeah. Well, what is this? The first time on the air?
No, but I'm saying. I'm wondering.
I did not. I haven't had a drink in like 6 months. So, and the guys will back me up on the tour there. So.
How much is this a shtick? This addict kind of person?
I don't speak early Jewish vaudeville terms.
Right.
How much of my shticklock?
Yeah. How much? No, I mean, how much of this is your persona? Like Dean Martin. Everyone thought he was a raging alcoholic, and maybe he wasn't. But some people have suggested it was an act. Is this an act with you, or are you really having a problem? Do you need to go to rehab?
No, I think that what happened is just I got, I just stopped because, it was, I just was sick of, just doing nothing. And, the drinking was boring after a while and shameful.
Was there cocaine involved?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But that was years ago.
Right.
No,
because Sarah Silverman said when she went out with you, when she was your girlfriend,
right,
she saw no evidence of drinking or any of this behavior. It came after her, she said.
I thought he was always depressed, though.
Well, I didn't have any money then.
You didn't have money to buy alcohol.
Exactly. I didn't have any of that kind of remote control money, as we used to call it back in the 80s.
So they called you and said, we're starting the Gong Show again.
Wait, jump around? Okay, and what else happened?
Wait, hold it.
Go ahead.
Don't worry, I'll get back to
everything.
everything.
This is how you break a guy down. You don't stay on the same topic.
I thought we were on the same team a minute ago.
By the time I'm done, you'll see.
Watch out for a curveball coming.
I think I just got it.
No, it was Sarah Silverman.
Right.
I'll go back to that if you want.
No, that's okay. What are you going to do with the wedding? That's what I really want to know. Can I say?
Go ahead. Give me your
suggestion. 2 weddings. It seems to work in every Ashton Kutcher movie. Why wouldn't it work for you?
You're making a good point.
You run from the guest house to the front of the house and the back of the and the mate's like, "What's going on, Mr. Howard?"
That is genius because there's so many people who split up. You could have the other partner there. That's a very, very
boring. All right. So what happened with the Gong Show?
Yeah, Dave.
Now let me. Can I say one thing? Tip of the hat.
Did you? Oh, thank you.
Tip of the hat to you. Howard takes it to the level that we can never get it to with these acts. Because you've brought on all these amazingly freakish people, cool people, brought out. They're fun, and I'm like, how do we do that? I don't think we got to that level, but you were the inspiration.
Thank you.
There you go. So, and that's not just sucking up. That's actually true.
No,
so.
It's nice to hear someone say that.
So,
but the Gong Show. Were you a fan of the Gong Show?
Yeah, I think the Gong Show was like the first time you actually saw freaks.
I was
and
a
doing
fan of
great things,
Yeah.
and like ukulele acts and guys in a bathtub and Gene, the dancing machine, all that stuff. And that was before YouTube, so that was like really the only outlet.
Right.
We take it down and dirty, more the road of hilarious than that. We've got something going that they don't have going for them, which is great judges, and the judges from Andy Dick to Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, Adam Carolla, all these different people came on, and they had a ball with it. They just they get involved in some of the acts. They lay it down. It's not like Sharon Osbourne giving this critique or some English dandy giving some kind of you'll never make it, mate. And
Oh,
blah,
so
blah,
it's
blah.
a direct ripoff of Howard's show.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We have everybody from unicyclers to queefers, and and in between.
Queefers?
Yeah, that's your that's your bread and butter.
You do
here.
have a quefer.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
so can
new.
a queefer win? Or
I wanted that's the thing. The whole thing that really got me was that America's Got Talent. It's always like the juggler and the guy on the unicycle with the bag, and we had those people on, but I wanted the
hardcore,
the vaudeville uncabaret people, like the girl shooting a dart with her vagina at her husband with balloon. I mean, I was like, I love this stuff,
but it's only so far you can go. It's still cable television.
No, they show it. Comedy Central's very cool about it. I give them a real
dart out of her vagina.
Yeah, well, you don't see the actual,
vagina.
The thing, but you see, it coming out, and
I see. So if this
is a kids program, the Gong Show, I remember, was on in the afternoon.
Now, are you able to negotiate with Comedy Central a decent salary? I mean, they're pretty tight with the dollar, are they not?
I'm betting that Dave got $20,000 an episode.
Wow, I say that's high.
It could be. It could be between 20 to 50, but it could be 30. I'll say around closer to 20 than 50.
Well, the funny thing is, Artie, you also are a sitcom actor, so if I was going to use my old quote from my part on Wings, from when I was on Just Shoot Me. No, but that's part of it too. But Comedy Central, money-wise, they bring the money if you bring the ratings. And the good and the bad of Comedy Central is that you can take it to the next level. Like the Gong Show would not work, and they've tried it a million different times.
Yes.
A lot of guys have tried it.
Yes.
And it is kind of like the Titanic of going down with the ship. And I could ramble off many hosts who've tried to do it. And we immediately went in and said, we're not going to try and do what Chuck Barris did. Okay, I'm not wearing a suit. I'm not wearing an Indian war bonnet with a kilt.
But Chuck Barris had fun with it.
Yeah, he was great.
He was almost looked drunk.
Yeah, I always thought he was high.
How long did you date Sarah Silverman?
I don't know. Are you asking me to go to the wedding?
Yes. How long did
could
you
I go?
date? What, to my wedding?
Yeah.
Do you feel
not with that
close to me?
face.
Do you feel,
to my wedding?
Do you want to go to my wedding?
Oh, I guess my Gong Show money. I can't afford.
I mean, we're not
a Del figurine. What if I bring a beautiful Kyrgyzstanian girl that I met in Kyrgyzstan?
Listen, I love you, and I think you're great, and I'd like to become friendly with you.
But you're not coming to the wedding.
But we never hang out together. I mean, would you really want to be there?
3 words: bong hits and Scrabble. Let's make it happen.
Let me put it to you this way, Dave. What kind of gift could you afford at Crate and Barrel?
Look, talk to me about Sarah Silverman and Jimmy Kimmel announced they have broken up. And that's why I bring this up.
Do you think it's because of the Gong Show?
No.
Is that like a thing in their relationship? If the Gong Show ever comes back.
I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Why did you and Sarah break up? And maybe that'll give me insight into why Jimmy and Sarah broke up.
I don't, why?
Yeah, did she break up with you? Or
of course.
She did?
Yes.
You were in love with her?
Absolutely.
Seriously?
Well, what do you want me to say?
No,
yeah,
I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
But it was puppy love, you know what I'm saying?
All right, it was
it's
a
not
long
like
time
the adult
ago.
love that you power couples share, you know?
Right.
The love of a jet getaway weekend to where do you guys go again?
But isn't all love puppified in a sense?
Where do you guys head off to, whether it's the Hamptons or Darfur to just help out?
Hold it.
To hold an AIDS baby?
Try to be serious with me about this.
He
I'm
can't
trying,
do it.
I'm trying to get insight.
His defense mechanism is up, Dave. Come on.
How long did you date Sarah Silverman? How many months, years? I don't know.
Well, I would like to think it was a couple of years.
Yeah.
And what would she say?
I don't know. She brings it.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm trying to get insight because I like Jimmy and Sarah very much.
I think they're going to get back together.
You do?
Yes.
Why?
Well, sweeps weeks are coming up, and October's rolling around, and nothing gets.
You think it'll be a big deal if they get back together?
You think this is a publicity stunt?
Yes, he does. No,
I really do.
No, but in all seriousness, You were going out with her. You loved her. Right. Was the sex great? I keep thinking that Jimmy and Sarah maybe didn't have great sex. That Jimmy maybe got bored or something.
Really?
I don't know. I'm trying to put this together.
You don't think Sarah got bored with the sex?
She could have. I'm asking from a man's point of view who slept
Jimmy
with Sarah.
was the great lover?
Was Sarah a great lover?
She was a great. I would say she's like 3 lovers in one.
No, is she a great lover?
Isn't that a term that you really only use for like an older man?
Come on, stop.
She's a great lover.
Man. Is she a great lover?
Yeah, she is.
She is
very. I'll tell you one thing, and this is all in truth. She's a very alive person. She's very in the moment and all that kind of stuff. And me, a brooding, balding old guy. That's the kind of stuff that you're attracted to.
Right.
She's like a live person, and she's good at sports. And I could give a shit about sports, but know.
But the sex was frequent. In other words, it wasn't being withheld. It was a good.
Is that what you think
would
happen with them?
I don't know. I'm trying to piece this together. It's shocking to me. I'm actually upset about it.
Are you really?
Yeah, because I enjoy hanging out with them as a couple.
Well, why can't you still do that?
As a couple?
I can't. They won't get together as a couple.
As a T-Mobile cell phone, can't you? You know what?
What is your theory on this? What do you think happened?
I really just heard about it the other day because we got a little saying in Afghanistan.
Right.
If you love it, no. I really don't know, but I'd say that both of them are, I don't know Jimmy that well, but I know her pretty well, or I did, and I think that they're probably working a lot. He has his show,
right,
and she has her show, and that's a lot of work. And then I think it's like adult stuff. It's not like when you're just out of college, kind of hanging around things. So it's more of an adult scene that I probably wouldn't know about. But that's probably, I'd say, the problem.
Last time I saw her, she said, "I love him. I'm going to be with him the rest of my life." Blah 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 blah.
And what happened?
Well, this was the rest of her life. You just didn't know. It didn't mean she was going to be dead.
Right. I don't know. I don't understand it, to tell you the truth. I really
don't get it either. And
have you ever done Jimmy's show?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
When during the Insomniac thing, I came out and Did
you discuss having sex with her?
His girl?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Why not? Wouldn't that be great television to say, "Hey, I banged her, you banged her. Let's compare."
That's
notes.
pretty rock and roll. It's not so much comedy. That's like what rock
funny?
Guys do. Like Eric Clapton could do that, or somebody. Like
I don't know. I mean,
I would have tuned in.
I would listen to you guys comparing notes and saying, she didn't do this, but then Jimmy would go, "Oh no, she did that with me."
Don't you love it when he goes,
"She never licked my balls, and that upset me." And
no, Dave wants to do jokes about shampoo and a sock.
Every time I come in here, you always bring up Sarah and all that stuff. What do I have to do that? Like, if I found Bin Laden on that trip, and I also opened Iron Man,
I only brought it up because of the news that they were.
I know.
I thought
it's shocking.
you could offer insight. I did.
Do you think it has something to do with the gas prices? Now this leads into neutral territory.
Do you have sex videos of her with you?
No,
you never took her.
Before that, no, never.
Wow. Well, all right. I will drop it then.
Honestly, Howard, would you? Don't you feel like that's like you got to be really on your game to do that kind of stuff? Like
sex video?
Yeah.
I've tried it and it never works out well. I've done it a couple of times in my life.
Now, a man in your position, why would you even put yourself in that position?
I look so bad.
You do?
On these videos. You think you're in decent shape.
What? You really aren't the the best judge. You should show us.
I did one where I took the video on my penis, and I don't know, it must have been bright light, but it looked very veiny and like it was. I was like, ugh.
You're too harsh and critical.
When people ask me that, I go, look, I'm embarrassed by video of me not having sex, just acting.
Yeah, right. Just being around.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I mean. You're too critical of yourself. You should let somebody else judge it.
Okay, Robin. I'd love to have your critique.
After Gary came back from Afghanistan, he came to me and he said, "Dave Attell is a saint."
I said,
a saint. He said they should call him Saint Attell.
He really is.
Why do you? I said to Gary, "Why do you say this about Dave Attell? Because as far as I can see, he doesn't look like any kind of saint to me.
Right.
He seems very...
Nobody's ever described him that way before.
And he's a Jew.
And he's a Jew. That's right.
And then the Jimmy thing, right?
Right. So, and he fucked Sarah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him being a saint.
No saint has ever fucked Sarah.
So Gary goes, Wolf, there were days when we were traveling. You know how he talks. He goes, Wolf, there were days we were traveling. And we would be very tired. And sometimes the USO would say, when you're eating,
go have meals with the troops and talk to them. But sometimes we were so tired we would just eat amongst ourselves. But Dave Attell would go over to the troops' tables no matter what was going on and sit there and talk with them. It's very, very important to him. The whole time he's there, he's talking to the troops.
He never shied away from the troops.
Right.
Well,
is that accurate?
That is accurate. And, the guys didn't know that that's part of the USO thing. It's not just doing the shows, but, they picked it up real quick.
Artie apparently didn't know.
All right.
Well, but Artie is
Artie
different.
slept, yeah.
We just...
Artie slept through all of Afghanistan.
But they were like, how do you do it? And I go, well, I was brought up as a runaway. And I was used to going truck to truck looking for love. No, it's...
What is
these
it?
guys are... I'm sorry.
Go ahead and explain yourself.
I'll explain. I'm glad that... First of all, I'm glad I couldn't pick better guys to go with because not just Artie and Gary, but Nick and Jim Florentine were great. And the whole thing is that the monotony... we see the war in little snippets on the news, and it's explosions and shooting. But then there's the other times of just monotonous routine, heat, being distant from their loved ones, their lives. There's a lot of people there in the Guard and Reserve who have other lives that they've had to put on hold to do it.
And what the psychological pressure, knowing that they might be killed at it.
Exactly. Right. But besides all that, there's really just the never-endingness of it and the sameness of it. And that could be horrific or it could be boring, but it's over and over and over for over a year. And we're just like new faces that come in. I don't consider myself famous. I'm not, Jessica Simpson or anything like that. But we just come in and like whether they know you or not, it's just somebody else to talk to. Like, comics are great because we don't bring any equipment. We just come in, tell a couple of, dick jokes and we're out of there. Right. And they love it dirty. And, they might say the powers that be, keep it clean, do this, whatever. Yeah. But when it gets down to it, they always love it dirty. And we love bringing it to them that way. So.
Right. Yeah, the shows,
it was a good experience.
The shows were very successful, and obviously Dave destroyed, as did Nick. Everybody killed. Yeah, and Gary did a good job. And I mean, it is so satisfying afterwards at the meet and greet when these guys come up to you and say, you know what, man? And every one of them were nice. We really appreciate you coming. We laughed, and it was good to escape for a while. And Dave has gone probably about 4 or 5 times. Is that right? You've been there quite a bit.
Different place, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you've been to Iraq?
Iraq.
You've been to Afghanistan.
And, Afghanistan used to be the one where everybody's like, I hope I get sent to Afghanistan because it's safer. Now it's really, going crazy. Yeah.
Did you feel in danger at any time when the mortar attack? We read about the mortar attack. We asked Gary and we asked Artie about it yesterday.
Was that your first time being under attack?
Well, besides coming on this show, the emotional mortars, the rounds shot at me, the salvo.
Coming in. No,
it happened in Iraq too, but it wasn't like where we had to get in the bunkers. It was just kind of like, oh, by the way, we were attacked. But the best part, there's 2 stories I'd like to say about the whole tour. One of them was I was roommates with Artie for a while and Nick DiPaolo. And
fun. That's a fun room.
It was a fun room, and Artie. It's hard to sleep with him because he, you think like he's a bigger guy, he must snore. Well, I snore. Nick might snore or whatever, but he talks in his sleep.
Oh no!
Really? And not just talks, he orders food in his sleep.
Oh,
I'm not kidding around. Get Nick DiPaolo on the phone. It's so true.
Yeah, no,
is that right,
Howard?
That's crazy.
Dana and a couple other chicks have said this to me.
You order food in your sleep?
And Howard, he sounds contrived, but he's telling the truth because
it is true.
Other people have told me this, and it's so embarrassing yet so funny.
I never heard it. Does it arrive? Does the food come after you
what did I say?
I'm no Craig Gass, but may I try it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like 2 burgers and a dew. Like Mountain Dew, 2 burgers and a dew.
Oh,
are you serious?
Yeah.
You mean he's laying there, and all of a sudden you start hearing him talking about food?
2 burgers and a dew.
Burgers.
But
what
not
else
just
does he
laying
mention?
there.
What else does he?
Kind of shaky, kind of like.
I do. I get the shake.
What else? What else does he order? I'm curious. Pizza.
Well, Nick DiPaolo said the 2 burgers and a dew thing, and that was why I knew they weren't bullshitting. Just 2 separate times they said the same exact thing that I ordered.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't even drink Mountain Dew.
And the whole trip too, he was not really eating. He was eating apples the whole time, and he had like 1 big meal, and that was about it.
It's amazing. Gary was telling me about you in Afghanistan, and he said this, and I hope I don't embarrass you. He says, at one point, Dave Attell waved his hands over the desert, and it turned into water. I'm not kidding.
No, you know what?
I was afraid, like flying in the helicopters and all that kind of stuff. But that was pretty cool that we got a chance to do that.
That was really
cool.
Did you shoot off a gun like Artie and Gary?
Yeah, I did.
You did, and you liked it.
Yeah, no, that's the coolest part of it because, like, you know, they were like, "Hey, how do you know like this?" Because I watch all those military like history channels.
Why do you?
I love
it?
that stuff.
Why do you go? You didn't just go once. This is your 5th time over.
Well, no, I've been to Afghanistan twice and Iraq once, and then I've done like other USO.
Why do you do it? Do you feel an obligation?
Yeah, I also feel that you know, like when not really asked to do anything, and that like it's a really good. I guess we're lucky that we get to do it because we're in like show business.
Right.
But you know, I just feel like don't get a chance to do anything. And like I've traveled a lot, but you know that part of the world is like a whole different animal. And,
it really is.
Like you would never. Well, I told this to I think Nick. Whatever. When we were in the Kyrgyzstan airport, by the way, do not honeymoon around there because that's there was a guy getting on the plane with a bow and arrow. I'm not kidding around, Howard. I'm not kidding. A Mongolian hordeman, whatever, was getting on with a bow. And he was at the counter like, when can I get that flight? And I'm like, that guy's got a real bow and arrow on him, you know? And you're only afraid of the bow and arrow from a distance, but up close, it's kind of like retarded, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, no,
it's the bit I'm working at.
So you are a man who feels compelled to help his country any way you can, and you do it.
Yeah.
And you do it with joy.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Okay. The biggest surprise, delightful surprise, was when we went to the Predator base and did Gary tell you this?
Oh yeah, the colonel.
The colonel of the Predator base is like the most devout fan of your show.
Wow.
Anyway, because we walk in and he's giving us like a bullet point thing on the Predator, which is pretty cool because Jeff Anthony, usually when you do the USO tour, you meet everybody. You meet like the guy who's in charge of sanitation, and he gives you like a rundown on how they do the base and like how they set up the city and all that kind of stuff. So some of it's kind of monotonous, but you know, you're there to meet the guy, so you got to, sit through it. But this guy goes, I got a couple questions. One about the merger. And like he's like a colonel.
He's up on it.
Yeah. And the next one, Jim, are you still going out with Robin? Yeah. And then like, where's Artie? Is he coming out? You know,
well,
he wants you to be up fanatical.
Right. Dave has been there so much, Howard. He knows enough, and he reads a lot about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Where he's talking to the Army guys in Army terms, like a guy will have a rifle, and we won't even know what the fuck it is, and Dave will be going, "What are you using that? Do you use S50s, or you got a 485 Glock on that?"
I didn't say that.
I mean, no, you knew numbers.
You're a gun freak.
You're not a gun freak.
Nick in Lake Tahoe, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, Howard. Thank you very much. I got a question for David Tell. Was there any time on the trip that you guys were so scared that you said, "Oh man, this is it. I don't know if we're ever going to get out of this one," or anything like that? Artie, Gary?
Probably when Artie was talking in his sleep about food.
I thought he was going to eat me. No. I think it's scary. I think the real scary part, because they can take really good care of you. The scariest part is the flying. You know, like you fly in a lot of different aircraft, old military aircraft, like from the the 60s.
Howard, no windows, and it's claustrophobic.
Yes,
and you're a target too.
And well, you can't fly over Iran or Pakistan, so it's really. Remember how you used to always bitch, and you were so right about how France wouldn't let us fly.
Right.
So these fucking planes have to go around and use more fuel. It takes longer, and these soldiers are packed in these planes with all this equipment, and because you can't fly over fucking Iran or France or whenever we couldn't do that, it takes longer, and they're tired. And you don't realize how important windows are on a plane to make you feel more secure.
Right.
You're just up and you don't know what's going on. But during the mortar fire, I got to a point where I really was a little first of all claustrophobic in the bunker. Second of all, a little bit, because there was a lot of us packed in. And when we're walking, and that kid said to me, "Look, the way I look at it, if you get hit, you get vaporized." And it's like, it's going to be weird just. That got to me a little bit.
Yeah.
But they make you feel...
It's got to hurt to be vaporized.
But they make...
What is vaporized, Artie? Can you explain that a little bit?
In other words, you get hit with a weapon that's so powerful that it just can turn you into dust immediately. You don't even feel about it.
Yeah, there's nothing left of you.
Right.
Gary said at one point, David Tell jumped on the mortar.
I would have done that if it was good for the show.
Well, did you ever at any time assess who would be a problem if it got heavy?
Well, I did think that if, let's say, we were captured, I know as a Jew, I would have had to think out one of the other guys.
Right.
No, if we say got into a crash and we were in the desert by ourselves, abandoned, alone, and had to resort to cannibalism, you figure I'm going first because they're lasting 2 months on me.
Let's go to Jerry. Jerry, you're on the air in Dover.
Okay. Hey, besides that, the Gong Show looks like it's going to be funny as hell. But,
thanks, man.
Hey, Sarah Silverman, little star fucker. Did she take it up the ass?
Oh. Wow. That's a legitimate question, and you got to deal with it any way you have to deal with it.
You really think he should answer?
I do. I think it's legitimate. I don't think it's a nice question, but I think it's a legitimate question. Did Sarah take it in the ass?
No, I don't see any of that there. I think it was more by Kabbalah sex. You know, it was really
it was more traditional.
Yes.
All right.
I like how that guy came at it. Like
you were with her in the early '90s. That was the height of the anal craze.
Was it really?
Absolutely. Even Robin went through it. Robin took it. I had it a couple of times in my ass. Yes, absolutely.
Well, you know, back in the desert, that's really the only way to clean yourself. Clean your piece, as they call it.
That means she probably took it right up the ass.
What's going on with your relationships now? Do you have a girlfriend? No one ever reads about you in the tabloids.
The Gong Show is really, I think, like a eHarmony for me, because I met so many interesting ladies on there. This one girl.
Are you having sex?
Well, not really, because I stopped drinking.
Oh.
You mean that ended your sex life?
Well, it does. You know, it kind of like you'd rather go home. Yeah, I'm actually one of the few guys who's cool being alone. And that was kind of the weird thing, like sharing a room with these guys. Yeah. Because I think he'll say it too, like, Artie, you're on the road all the time, but you get like your own. At the end, you go into your own room and you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
You know? And now it's kind of like this, like guy club. You know, and like you're afraid to like undress in front of everyone. Yeah. Although you're walking around wearing just a towel. You know, a towel,
and that's always fun. But we had, because again and again, like Dave said, we couldn't pick a better bunch of guys. There were a couple of nights where, we couldn't sleep, and it was just me, Nick, and Dave, and just laughing all night because we. You just love each other's company on top of being performers. And, I mean, Dave, is being humble a little bit. A ton of guys recognize him from Insomniac. They love seeing him. Right. And he goes up and, like, literally at the mess hall, he'll go out of his way to just talk to guys. And like I told you yesterday, there was one group of guys who said to me and Gary, look, they were just out of Fort Hood, Texas, going away for 15 months. They asked, could you hang out with us? And Dave was very aware of that. And he always did it, never said no to anything. So, I mean,
Dave.
It was a great tour.
That's not true. But, I mean, thank you, Artie. But a lot of it has to do with, like, that's our fan base, too. These guys are the guys who come see our shows when they're, and it's like, that's the cool connection, because it's not just like they know your stuff, or like a lot of them have said
you don't care. You never think about your own life. You never think about the fact that you might get killed over there.
Well, I'm kind of hoping.
You're hoping you die.
Since I have a miserable life,
Now tell me, you don't have a girlfriend.
I don't. And I can't go to the wedding then.
You don't have anybody who...
No, I have a friend.
You got a friend. Yeah, something's going on.
Well,
Why are you keeping it such a secret?
No, I'm my girlfriend now.
Why are you hiding her? Bring her in here now.
Why did you say it's a her?
You know what? I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
Who are you voting for now that you've been overseas and you've seen the action firsthand? Who will be the best man to handle the situation in Iraq and Afghanistan? Is it Obama or is it McCain?
Well, sometimes I think it's really, I think, the 1-2 punch. You got to get like the right vice president, and sometimes I think like, late at night, especially after a drinking binge, the best guy for the job would be Obama and the Burger King. The actual Burger King.
Stop it. No. Tell me who you're for.
Who am I for?
Yeah. Who is the best commander-in-chief? You've been with the troops.
Yeah.
Mayor McChee.
You've spoken with the troops.
Yes, I've spoken to them and heard their views.
You think the Burger King would be a good vice president?
Well, the Burger King burnt down. Talk about...
Oh, that's right. Oh,
you didn't tell that story?
Well, I was trying to, but we were all over the place. But
we only had 3 hours.
The Afghanistan...
The Afghanistan Burger King.
The Kandahar, the base we were at in Kandahar, the place that stunk like shit.
Yeah, the Kandahar Beaky.
It had a Burger King.
Yeah.
And of course, I hear that, my eyes light up. Yeah. And then they go, but it burnt down last week.
Yeah.
A mortar hit the fucking Burger King. So I was looking to have a Whopper with cheese with shit on it.
I've actually gone to a fast food restaurant, whether it was Burger King or McDonald's in Aruba many years ago.
Right.
And it was so bad.
Really getting into the local culture.
Oh, my God. I was so fat back then that I decided I needed to eat Burger King. And I go in Aruba, and I go into the local town. It took over an hour to get a burger. There's no such thing as fast food. Can you imagine in Afghanistan what that would have been like? I mean, you would have been sick. I'm sure for
and
months.
the guy behind the counter.
Yeah.
What would you like? You know what else they have? Like a Starbucks ripoff type place that they build.
What, the Tim Hortons?
Well, not the Tim Hortons. Like
I love that place. Talk about real heroes. It's those 4 Canadian girls working at the Tim Hortons.
Yeah, there's a Tim Hortons
in Afghanistan.
And there's like a coffee bean type place.
Yes.
Green bean, whatever.
You think they set that up for the troops, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Right.
whole city. So the funny thing is, you see a lot of these big, good old boys from the South walking around with an M16 and a caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
Frappuccino.
Isn't it amazing, like, the lengths people will go to make a living? I mean, that's pretty something that's extreme to set up like a Starbucks in Afghanistan.
Right, and it's
Well, when
always
you hear
packed.
about those people who get kidnapped, it's always
Yeah.
some guy
Right.
from the Midwest
Contractor.
who needed a job.
It's always a barista at
It shows
Starbucks.
you how shitty things are out there.
In Kyrgyzstan, the cool thing is because the people are like Russian hybrid. You know, like you'll meet like a girl like with one blue eye, like a husky, like weird hot girls, and they get jobs on the bases. And like I was up early one day, like just chain smoking outside, and these 2 guys walked by, a guy and a girl, and they're like wearing like all yellow. I could tell they're not in the military; they're like contracted, and there's like this drop dead blonde hottie who in New York would be, you know, like the top of the totem pole. She's like collecting my cigarette butts and like putting them in this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Like-
couldn't believe it. Like that's the best job there.
Local Russian nanny.
They need Tyra Banks to find her or something.
All right,
Smoking blondes.
All right, you didn't answer my question,
Right.
Because Artie said he now was leaning toward McCain after coming back
Really?
from the troops.
A little bit, not totally. I don't know.
You could switch back.
Who are you supporting?
Well, I don't really know who I'm going to support. I always go for the ones who are like pro-abortion and all that kind of stuff, gay rights and all that. Because, you know, like I feel like it's too stiff out there, especially in the comedy clubs with all the,
agree.
you know, church stuff. But,
And
you know,
plus-
that's just me, you know, whatever. But
Plus, you're a gay guy who's had an abortion.
Right.
So that would be Obama you're for.
Yeah, I guess that. But I do love McCain. Like I read all his books, and I think he's definitely like, you know.
So you're having a
hardcore.
hard time deciding.
It's very hard. So
And
I
you
probably,
also-
you know what I think I'm going to do? Sleep in and not vote. You think that's good?
No,
That's
maybe
what I
that's
do.
the answer.
You
Will
also know that McCain can't really be fucking in real life anti-abortion. You
Right.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Policy.
Yeah, I know. He should say it, but these crazy Bible Belt people have you by the fucking balls.
Well, then he's got to stand up to them. That's what I think.
That would be leadership.
That's
One
right.
other thing I said in my sleep, I just remembered that, and again, other people have said this, and Nick told me this, that on top of that, he claims that I said, and again, I shake around when I do it, and Nick does such a funny impression of me shaking around.
But what does he claim you
He
said?
claims I said, no regular Coke.
Regular Coke?
I'm not kidding.
I don't know if that was a drug.
I'm not
It's the
kidding.
greatest thing I ever
I mean,
heard.
and these both guys said when they woke up with me one night that I was ordering a burger and a Mountain Dew. I don't
dream about food like most guys dream about pussy.
Exactly.
Well, I had a
Maybe.
wet dream and I woke up and it was all ketchup and Russian dressing.
He would go to sleep with like ice tongues, like a teddy.
Do you realize his nightmare is being served Diet Coke? He hates it so much.
I do.
I never thought
Listen,
of it that
one
way.
final question.
Yeah.
Will you call Sarah Silverman and try to date her again now that she's broken up with you?
Howard, I'm not even. I said it before. I'm not in her league. I mean, come on.
I think you're really hot.
You do?
I do.
I've been trying to dress a little bit more adult.
You look
I'm glad
good.
you picked up on it.
You know what,
Because if
Howard?
you're going to host the
Very,
Gong Show, you got to show people that you're in charge.
Very relaxed with a suit jacket, like
Yeah.
George Carlin.
Like
with
an
a
Armand
beard.
DeSante.
Right.
That was my
enough,
pace car.
enough nonsense.
Dave is being, again, if any interviewer could get it out of him, it's you. But Dave has that comedian thing where, you know, he tells all these jokes. But I don't know this for sure, and I've known him for a long time. But in the early '90s, he was like the king of New York, like the best comedian
That's
there
nice,
was.
Ari.
And when he was playing at a club, other comedians would be late for spots at other places.
All right, so
because
what happened?
You'd stop and watch him. Well, you know, what I'm saying is,
Am I dying?
on top of Sarah,
Right.
I guarantee he got so much pussy back then because he just was like the shit, you know. And
So
No, I
you
was-
downplaying the amount of pussy
I mean,
you get?
I don't know.
Tell us,
Would you guys
come
one
on
at a time?
and fess
Even the
up.
Taliban, they give him a blanket and a Koran.
You're
when
a
they-
famous guy now, Dave.
No,
Come
no.
on.
This is all I'm going to say, okay? First of all, she's really funny. He's really, Jimmy's really funny, and I'm sure something's going to happen and, you know, whatever.
Right.
But in terms of already saying that, that's really cool because when I was on the tour with him and Nick, who, like, when, I don't know if you guys know, but in the early 90s, Nick DiPaolo was the guy.
Right.
He really was, like, we would look at him and like, wow, this guy, like, he'd show up, you know, good-looking guy, really on top of his game. And, you know, I still look at him in awe when I think about, like, his writing skills and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of really good comics on the tour, and then Artie had to do, like, a half an hour, so that's pretty rough. And we divvied up the dick jokes and, you know, the masturbation stuff.
Right. The good thing is that every guy, Florentine, Dave, and Nick are all headliners, so they were nice enough to, like, by the time I get up, you got to leave the headliners some subjects to go for. Like, you know,
so they were gracious and left you.
Yeah, they knew exactly how to set you up.
That was a great
You guys are all great, I have to say.
I know, it's a real, like, love fest.
I've never met a bunch of greater guys.
Well, I mean, you know, if
let me tell you what really happened.
Other than Sarah Silverman, have you ever fucked anyone else famous?
Yeah, you asked him a question and he deflected.
Well, that's what I mean. This is what he does.
This is what happens. All right, listen.
We'll never get it out of
See the Gong Show. I'm excited it's coming back. I like the idea of you as host. I think it'll be successful. I hope so.
But honestly, a tip of the hat to you. And
thank you.
But
we
Howard,
really did look at
one more thing, because you'll like this. This is a plug. While I was over there, there's an organization called the Coalition for Major Injuries. These are all guys who come back from the war.
Oh, is this where Dave cut off his own leg and gave it to a soldier?
Gave it to a guy?
I heard about that.
He's a saint.
These are all guys who are like amputees, bad head injuries, and they're all at a hospital in Florida. And there's an organization that runs, support for these guys. It's a big charity because there's not enough money for these guys, which is awful. And Dave does work with them. And while we were at one of the meet and greets, a guy came up to me and said, Art, you don't know this, but I have half a leg, and I chose to come back here to work administration, but I work with this coalition. Would you guys do a show in Orlando, Florida for us? And maybe, like, if it's you and telling these guys, we get 4,000 people and just give it all to the workers. I gave him my phone number, and I've been in touch with someone he knows. And Dave immediately said yes.
Yes.
And
so he's a very giving man, you would say.
Yeah. So sometime in October, November, we're gonna do like a 4,000 seater for this coalition of injured people in Florida.
You guys are really giving back.
And Jimmy Florentine and DiPaolo already said they would do it. And again, it's a free show. And it's what is the official name of that, Dave? It's the Coalition of.
Dave,
I thought
let me ask you something though about that.
It's Wounded Warrior. I thought we were talking about.
Wounded Warrior.
So I didn't hear about this Orlando thing, but that's
how
cool.
did Sarah let you know she was leaving you? All right, listen. Dave, best of luck. We love when you come in here.
So, Dave, dude, are you really the saint that Gary's making you out to be?
I think they built me up pretty hardcore, but one man saint is just another man doing his job, not like these Hollywood types.
No, we really want credit. Come on.
No, but they, I don't know.
It was, put it this way, there were a lot of dick jokes that the guys loved. That's what
I think everybody did their job, but it's not really a job like you kind of enjoy it and all that kind of stuff.
I couldn't do my 20
I like how Howard brings you back to earth. You can do anything, and he's like,
Dave, how do you think Artie handled the hot weather over there? I know he was nervous about that for a while.
I have to say, honestly, I really didn't think he would make it through the 100+ degree temperature, but he did.
I slept most of the days anyway in air conditioning.
With his
ordering food.
His Green Beret training kicked in. He did it. Like when he had to be up, he did it because after like 7 in the morning, it starts getting really hot. Right. And by afternoon, it's like way too hot. But the locals seem to be moving. I don't know. I'm just rambling, but.
John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
This is Artie, and on Monday's wrap-up show, Gary was fucking fagging it up. His feelings were hurt because I lied to him. I betrayed him. It's like Days of Our Lives or some shit. Tell him to show up his fucking pussy. And, I don't know, whatever you do after you show up your pussy.
Ziggy, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, fellas, love the show. Real quick, I wanted to touch on Robin. She really seemed like she was digging at Artie today. I mean, is she that pissed off about him missing time and everything going on in his life? Because she just wouldn't let up today.
What do you mean today, Ziggy? It's been like that. It's been like that for the past few weeks.
Yeah, but it seems like more and more so today. I mean, she was just every second. I mean, it was some kind of dig on Artie, and it's just like, I mean, come on, Robin, either get over it or I don't know. I mean, am I wrong here or something?
Well, I can take Robin's side a little bit. I can tell you this, Robin and myself, we take the show very seriously. This is a big part of our lives. So I guess I think in Robin's estimation, it's almost like Artie's been missing days on the show, has not given 100% every day on the show, and we're sitting here going, "Oh, well, Artie's sick. Let's help him out." And then to find out that he's been lying to us about it, I think it's I guess it manifests itself in different ways for everybody. Robin lashes out. I am enormously disappointed.
Why?
Because I feel like an idiot. I feel like a fool to have I've sat here on this show and defended Artie a lot under the premise that he's going for this intensive outpatient rehab. And then for him to throw it at me today that I'm some sort of an idiot. Why do I care about him? What do I give a shit? The reason why I don't care that Artie's going to his therapy because I want him to come here every day. I care that Artie might have been going to his therapy because I wanted him to get better because I like him. And I feel that what little credibility he had left with me, to me, is now gone.
So you genuinely felt like he was going to therapy this whole time, or you wanted to believe that he was
I believed up until I thought, I said it on the air this morning, I thought maybe in the last month or so he might have been going less. That's how stupid I am. But in a million years did I believe that Artie had gone 1.5 times when he told us he cried in front of the therapist, that he admitted to the therapist that that he had a drink. And by the way, the reason Artie went to this in the first place was to get us off his back because he missed the Bob Saget roast.
That's right.
So he comes in and he goes, okay, I missed the Bob Saget roast. I've got a problem. I'm going to go take care of it. And guys, here's how I'm going to go take care of it. So we all take a giant step back because we're like, hey, he's trying to get better. And then we find out he's not trying at all.
So has it reached a point where you just can't believe anything the guy tells you?
Yes. For me, it's there.
And it wasn't there before.
No, it wasn't.
Now, I think, Ziggy, that moment Robin reached about a couple months ago. I can't speak for Robin.
But today,
she has her own opinion.
But today validated it.
Yeah, and once she got it confirmed, of course she's going to rip into, and that's not going to end. She's going to keep digging and digging and digging because she feels like she's been, deceived.
Yeah, well, it makes you wonder, too, because one day the greatest show on radio is going to end. And when that happens, I mean, you see, like, John, Stuttering John, or you see Jackie, all these guys' appearances dried up when they left the show, Casey, whoever. I mean, Artie's different because, he came to the show, he was a comedian. I mean, what's going to happen to him? Obviously, his fame's been elevated because of the show. So what happens to him after the show? I mean, is he just such a fuck-up that he can't really do what, he's doing now? So I don't know, it makes you wonder. I mean, the guy needs to get his shit together, but that's what makes him Artie, I guess. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks for the call, Ziggy.
Ziggy out.
I guess the question to follow up Ziggy's point was, as Teddy laughs, is if Artie does clean up his act and does pull all the shit together, does that have less appeal to people? Because I know a lot of people like the fact that Artie's a fuck-up. Let me keep going. Does that justify Artie's behavior? Well, I need to be this way because, I won't be as successful.
It may justify it in Artie's head, but it doesn't justify it in life. To me here, for coming in here every day, it doesn't justify it for me. Now, that's that whole thing that Greg Fitzsimmons and I argued about last week, where he said, well, that's your work ethic. Okay, this is my fucking work ethic. I'm not going to be ashamed of it.
Phil in Utica, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Phil.
Hi, been a fan a long time, and I just bought Artie's book Saturday, and got to the point where, in the book, where his old man fell off the roof. I think, to me, the only thing that bothers me about Artie, fucking up, I don't care if he fucks up because I did heroin when he was 3 years old. That was my gateway drug to marijuana, and but to me, it's kind of a slap in the face to Howard when he goes and does his book signing at night, and misses work. I mean, he ought to just come out in the open, and if he's fucking up, and does that work? I mean, it seems like so many people there are naive. I mean, when he's falling asleep, he's not having a sugar crash or anything. He's nodding. I've been doing this since 1967. And basically, I haven't really stopped in all those years.
So you think Artie should just come clean about everything and not
Well, I mean,
lie?
you don't have to come clean, but I mean, like today, he said he hasn't been seeing a shrink, and I don't think you really basically, I don't think, you can go see a shrink if you're still fucking up and stuff, But
well, Artie's right here, and I believe he's got a statement of some sort, or he just wants to come in and listen. So, Artie, it's yours.
I grew up here. I work construction here. I don't know why they're doing this. Listen, Gary, your old man is from Little Italy, right? You grew up Uniondale, tough town. You were a tough fucking kid.
Wasn't that tough,
You
Artie?
used to do blow. You know what I'm saying? How did you get in touch with your feelings so much? Like, what? You're hurt by me? I hurt your feelings that I'm not going to therapy? Are you kidding me?
I guess that. So, do you think it's weird that I would care about you enough to wish you got better?
I think it's weird.
I don't know why you keep belittling that and making fun of it.
I don't know. I don't belittle anything. I'm just saying it really is. Maybe I'm from a different world. It's unbelievable to me that people care if I'm in therapy so much.
We don't care if you're in therapy. We care that you get better.
All right.
And when we thought that you were going to be fucking dead last time when you missed the Saget roast, you came in and you got us all to leave you alone. I realize now when you came in, it wasn't a ploy to get better. It was a ploy to get us to leave you alone.
No, well, that's
and I
true.
promised to leave you alone.
Well, all right. Well,
because you seem offended that I care about you, and that's weird.
No,
me out.
I just seem I'm upset that you're upset, and I'm like, well, why is he?
But
so
are you
upset?
surprised?
No, I'm surprised that you're that upset about the therapy thing. Like that's the only thing that could help me. Like that.
No,
no.
But it was the one thing that you had convinced everybody you could do. And I sat on this show many days, Artie, and defended you to a lot of people in the belief that you were making an effort to get better.
Well, how do you know I'm not making an effort to get better? How do you know? I was on the wagon once for 11 months and 3 weeks,
You sound like Sam. I have my 60-day chip. I know you were. I know.
I did that with just willpower. Like, how do you know I'm not just trying, on my own, using whatever I have?
Because you've said many times.
I know. I'm such a fuck up. I can't defend myself. That's the problem.
You're the one who told us many times that you needed help and that you have tried to do it on your own. And
there's other places to get help, though. You guys don't think this. There's other places to get help, maybe, than a therapy.
Have you been going to church every day?
No, not church, but, maybe there's some friends I talk to that help me. Maybe I'm trying to do other things to take my mind off of drugs, like gambling.
I mean, therapy...
I mean, listen, I love you. I know you care about me, but I'm upset that you're upset. And I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm disappointing people. And every thing I say sounds so stupid because I'm such a fuck up and I have a bad history. Like, there's nothing I could say, I'm trying to make myself better. That hasn't worked so far.
But think about it. Like, break it down for a second. Like, why did you wait till today to tell us? If you'd have told us 2 weeks later... you told us you cried. You told us you admitted you didn't drink.
It is
like,
funny.
I mean, the lie. I know it's funny, but
yeah. But are you so?
I'm like, don't worry, Artie's okay because he's trying hard.
Yeah, but are you so deep in the lie at that point that it's easier to go with it than come clean?
You know what? That's what I learned in an after-school special.
No, but why today?
When you're that deep in a lie.
Hey, Art, why did you pick today to tell us?
Because Lisa G is sitting there, and quite frankly, she's sexually harassing me, and I have to try to get her off of me. And I figured if actually, I'm getting a lawyer now.
Art, you said someone
She's got a list.
Art, you said someone found out
broken
already.
Promises. What is her problem?
You said someone found out already that made you kind of say, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna reveal it."
That was a lie.
I knew it.
Hey, by the way,
I knew it.
If Scott DePace is here, Scott, can you come down for a second? Because Scott has one of the most insane theories I've ever heard about this entire thing.
Scott was the one who, as I was leaving, Scott came out making fun of you, saying, "You hurt Gary's feelings." Oh. That's what he kept saying.
But it seems like the big thing here is the word therapy. It's not that you care. He's like, Artie doesn't get why you care so much about, and Howard too. Like, therapy is the magic word.
But I think it's not. Well, it's not.
If I'm not in therapy, you guys are so into that shit that if I'm not in therapy, I'm not trying to get help. That's the problem.
But Gary's most upset, I think, that you said you were, and then you're not.
Because I'm trying to appease people who think that's the end-all, be-all.
Isn't that what you're most upset
that's
about?
That's not true. No, you're not appeasing me because I think it's the end-all, be-all. There's probably a bunch of different ways you can go. That's the way you decided to tell us that you were coping with that particular incident.
Well, what if I told you, look, I'm just using my own tools in my head to get better? You're not going to believe that.
Well, I'll believe it, but I don't think it'll work.
Well,
I believe you were doing that, but
that's
I'd say
discouraging.
Scott, come over here.
Yeah, but Artie, you understand. People aren't going to believe it because you made that bed.
I know, and I have to line it.
Scott, tell me what you just tell
First
me.
of all, it's not insane. No, I just was doubting some of your drug, things.
Oh,
right now.
there you go. Why am I? Maybe I'm not lying. Maybe I'm lying about the drugs.
Let him talk.
As far as I know, I never saw you withdrawing here at work. I never saw you throwing up. So I was just questioning. A lot of the timeline was off. So maybe this is all a ploy to sell some books.
What timeline?
He thinks that the whole drug thing was a ploy to sell books. He spent a good 4 hours with you down at your Jersey Shore home and saw no evidence of drug use, so he's pretty sure you're clean.
Do you have any evidence that you can actually prove that you ever did heroin?
Right. Can we take your hair?
Listen,
that's why he won't give us a hair sample.
You're not getting my hair.
Wait, by the way, we talked about this on the Rapper Show. You've told us you've done heroin. You told us you've done coke. What could be in your hair?
I just don't want to.
No, but what could be in your hair?
I don't want you to take my hair. It's creepy.
But there's nothing we could find that could be worse than heroin.
I don't want you taking my hair.
But seriously,
if you've raped someone, does it show up in your hair?
No, it doesn't.
All right, fine. You can have some.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, was a big discussion about how Artie and my friendship might be a little bit fractured. Talk about him getting my paycheck by accident and how he lied about going to therapy and just how I felt about it. And a lot of callers had a lot of opinions. This is what happened.
Very awkward conversation today, Gary, between you and Artie.
But one you guys knew I've been waiting to have.
Yes, we did know that, but I don't think it went the way anybody expected it to. I mean, Artie made the point to say that lately he felt that you were sort of hard on him, and then you came in and said, well, you felt the opposite way. You felt that Artie was treating you differently ever since that incident where he got your paycheck by mistake.
Right. I did think he was treating me differently, but he said he wasn't. He answered that really quickly. He looked at me. He said, Gary, really? Like, he seemed sort of surprised by it. He sort of convinced me, but he's convinced me a lot of things. But I guess, I don't know. He said that it didn't bother him. There's a part of me that will never be sure, but I'll have to take him at that and move ahead. Some of the guys here were saying, like, when I came out, people were like, God, if that were me, you're a better man than me. If, Artie was going around talking about my check, I'd be really pissed. And I said, I've already gotten past that. Like, I was upset for a minute and I got past it. I was having a bigger issue with the Artie's got something against me thing. I really thought Artie had an axe to grind with me.
Well, both Lisa G and Jason came in to corroborate the fact that Artie, well, not the fact, but that Artie was showing, making jokes about having your check and, hey, you want to see it and stuff like that. Jason, that must have been a weird thing.
First of all, I misspoke. I'll just go on record. I was wrong. He did not, to my memory, have to check with him. Okay, I ran in on the air. It was a year and a half ago. I was drunk, so I am sorry for saying that Artie had to check with him. However, I felt bad that Lisa was kind of on her own out there saying that Artie was going around that night talking about Gary's paycheck, and Artie was denying it because it just simply wasn't true. And I love Artie, and I hope he doesn't hold this against me for the rest of his life, but I'm just sorry. It wasn't true. He was talking about it that night. He was talking about it to a lot of people, and I know what really bothered Gary at the time anyway.
It did.
So
that
was it. So I said, I said what I said, and I'm sorry that I implied that he had to check with him, and that's that, and I'll deal with any repercussions that come with that.
But there's been this overall uneasiness between you guys, it sounds like, but you both came at it from different perspectives. Like Artie thought this one thing and you thought the other.
Well, he thinks I'm pissed at him, and I think he's pissed at me. And Artie was right. That whole thing about the, me tagging along, when I first heard that theory about how I'm riding Artie's coattails, it really bothered me because I would never want to do that. Artie does his own thing, and I could do my own thing, and I don't need to ride his coattails. And and then it came out, and then Artie started joking about it, and that made me wonder. But then Howard did it today, and he goes, "Well, that's not what I heard, Artie. I heard it's true." And it doesn't seem like a joke when Howard says it. And then people around here have sort of come to me and go, "I don't know. I've heard this. I've heard that."
It's been illustrated on the air why Artie may be mad at you, whether or not it's true or not. But where was it coming from where Artie thought you were mad at him? Like, I don't know what that was coming from.
I think he just senses an attitude change, and he's not wrong. I have changed my attitude a little bit because I'm more defensive because I think Artie doesn't like me, or I thought that.
Now, having that conversation, did it help things at all between the two of you, or is it more status quo?
It probably helped things a little bit. The truth is, in any other environment, we probably should sit down at some point for lunch or just go to a room when nobody's listening and really put the cards on the table and get past it. But that's never going to happen.
Now, Howard sort of let that conversation go and didn't really pipe in one way or the other. Where do you think he stands on all this?
On what?
Between you, I mean, he said we're here for Artie if he needs help, but he didn't really weigh in on, why you're angry, why Artie's angry. Where do you think he stands on all this?
Well, I don't think. I mean, we sort of both said it. It wasn't really an argument, and so of course Howard immediately loses interest. It wasn't a real fight or anything like that. I mean, Artie made his point. I thought he had my back on the whole. Hey, why do you make it seem like we're such we're gay for caring about you? That I thought he had my back on.
Well, he tried to make light of the situation. Hit number 2, Ted. Here's a little bit of Gary and Artie.
There's a part of me that does believe that, once that thing was planted in my head about me piggybacking on you,
I know, dude.
I start to wonder. And and listen, you didn't help it by making a joke every day before
Garrett's my
we
job
went
to make
Gary.
jokes. I can't sit here and just
He can't be nice to you.
I
all
got
the
you.
time.
I got you.
It's like Ralph calls up the wrap-up show and goes, "Oh, now you're going to make jokes." What the fuck am I here for? I'm not here to get analyzed by people. I make jokes. I'm Artie the joke man.
Are you making jokes now?
Artie the joke.
Well, tell a fucking joke already.
Part of the reason you were upset, and I could be wrong, so that's why I'm asking you. The timeline before the pizza party, when Artie talked about the check, how'd you talk to Artie about the check? Like, had he called you and said, "Hey, I got your check"?
No. What happened?
I thought you had asked him not to talk about it, and then he talked about it anyway.
No. What happened was, we sit down at the party, and Artie's, got a couple in him, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, Gary, I got to tell you what happened today." And he says, "The wackiest thing happened. I got your check." And then he started sort of talking openly in a booth with people about, how much my check might be, which is my personal business. And I was like, "Artie, I'd rather, I really don't want you doing that." And he to his credit, I mean, he sort of saw it as a joke. And when I said something to him, he was like, "Oh," he really saw it for the first time. He was like, "Okay," and I won't do it. And he didn't do it anymore. But I just didn't get to him early enough.
All right, let's go to the phone. Talk to Obi. Obi, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John and Gary, how you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, I don't ever, well, I shouldn't say ever, but I have to agree with the way Robin is treating Artie, and I think she's the only one treating him the way he should be treated at this point. The guy, he lies constantly, he shits on everybody around him, day in and day out. It just seems like it's always something else with him. Get rid of him. Put his fat ass back out on the docks. He's a fat, bloated, lying junkie, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, but we don't have to get rid of him. And Robin, you can't tell somebody how to feel. It's one of the things you learn when you get married. You can't tell somebody how to feel. Robin feels the way she feels, and that's how she handles it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I can't believe that you feel. I bet you feel similar to the way Robin feels. I mean, you said flat out that the guy, you feel betrayed. I mean, you're right. You should feel betrayed.
Well, I felt betrayed that he lied to me about going there while I was defending him. But it's not like he told the lie that affects his job here. It's not like he told me he needed 2 weeks off to go, be with a sick grandmother, and he was in Hawaii. It's mostly about his life. But again, on the show, everything's so intertwined. Your life and work, they're all part of the same thing.
Yeah, I get it, but when you're lying day in and day out, and who knows what to believe? What his books? Who knows if I can believe half the crap in his book now? The guy's credibility is shit. And you say it's to protect his job, but where? How do you know where it stops?
You don't.
The guy's called out how many times? He's openly lied about doing drugs. I mean, then you got a couple callers are going to suck in his dick saying he doesn't make enough money. Well, come on, the guy.
The opinions run the gamut. There's no doubt. There's those people who think that Artie can do no wrong and that he should be able to do whatever he wants, and there are those people who think, on the other side of the spectrum.
Hold on.
Just a text message update from Artie. Tell Jason I never denied talking about Gary's check at my party. I hated they said I had the check with me, and then he texted me again saying, "Say it, asshole."
Hey, what's up? On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about Secret Santa. Scott, the engineer, of course, was bitching about not getting gifts. I think he was trying to point out the fact that the 3 richest people in the studio are the ones that have decided to end gift giving and start the Secret Santa thing, and he was pissed about it. And check it out.
Vincent in Rhode Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi, I gotta say, I gotta take Scott's side on this. I mean, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is that Howard, justifiably, is an immensely wealthy man, and he certainly could afford to give out a generous Christmas gift to everyone. And the fact that a couple ingrates grouse, are they going to scuttle it for everyone? That seems to be an overreaction. I mean, he should even just give out cash, and then if a couple idiots say, oh, who cares? He did the right thing. I don't understand. What's so difficult about that?
If he gave out cash, it would be 100 times worse, don't you think?
Yes.
Because then everybody would just be comparing checks. At least, somebody gets a TV and somebody gets a DVD player. You can guess at the difference. But when you start giving out cold, hard cash, how much
Why
did you get?
is it he gives her the same? Well, the way you solve that is you give everyone exactly the same amount, $500 to everyone.
But he was giving everybody the same exact gift. I think last year it was all iPods, and the year before, and this is where he got really upset. Or not last year, but the year before. But the year before that, he gave everybody the stilettos. That's right. And everybody assumed that Howard got them all for free. And he didn't. He had to pay full price for them.
Well, I mean, Gary, first of all, not everybody thought that. But second of all, is that a huge leap to make that the company that Howard practically owns, he gave away the stiletto? I mean, and that's not for some people to think that, and it wasn't me, certainly. I love my stiletto. But, I mean, it's not like a crazy thing to think.
No, but what he's saying is he paid, full price for them, and he bought everyone a gift, and then everyone accused him of being cheap.
I'm just saying maybe he shouldn't have been surprised that people thought that. But, sir, to go back to your point, I think if Scott got $500 from Howard, and then I don't know, maybe Steve Brandano got $500 from Howard.
What the fuck is that?
And Ryan from the Tapes team got $500 from Howard. I think you would still be angry because even what the fuck? I've been here 30 years.
Of course he would be.
No, why would I be angry?
Yeah, of course.
Dave in Ontario, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hi, Dave.
I was listening to you guys talk about, what Howard got for you guys for Christmas. What did you guys get? What have you guys been getting Howard for Christmas? I didn't hear any discussion on that at all. Did anybody even think of getting him something?
This year?
Like Ronnie, for instance.
Well, hold on, Dave. You're talking about what gifts we're going to get him this year?
Well, yeah, I know you don't want to talk about it. But you hear all this historically, like, okay, Howard got us all iPods. Well, last year I got Howard, what? What'd you get him? Did you guys get him anything?
Yeah. Every year we get him something.
I got him something.
What?
Wait, all you have to do is go back and listen to past shows. We did it all on the air.
Now, are you talking about last year specifically, Dave? Or?
Well, last year, this year, are you guys getting them something nice? I know a couple. I got to think about it. I just don't hear any discussion of it. And
what do you get?
Is it a one-sided thing? Is it a one-sided thing?
Dude, Howard doesn't want to exchange gifts. He doesn't want anybody to give him anything. And he doesn't want to give anybody anything. So that ends the discussion.
What do you get? First of all, what do you get a guy that has everything? You make a donation to his favorite charity.
But that's
if you are getting him something.
No, you can buy him a gift. I've
got him gifts too. But
listen, I've got his birthday gift sitting at my house. I bought it 2 months ago. It just was something that I knew he'd want.
Right.
But you have to dig around during the year. But Howard, the whole point of the Secret Santa thing is to not exchange gifts with people.
Right.
So, Dave, are you saying the people who are bitching about not getting anything from Howard should be the ones? What are they getting?
Well, I
Is
just
that your
wonder.
question?
I just hear a lot of that. He got you something. He didn't get me something. What did he get you? What did he get? It's like, okay, you know what? It just sounds It sounds like a lot of one-sided whining to me.
Well, it's not
some of you, not all of you, not all of you.
So who are you referring to?
Yeah, who?
I just, Ronnie. What did Ronnie get him?
Well, when?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. What did you? First of all, when did you ever hear me bitching about anything that Howard gave me?
Well, generally speaking, Ron, you do a lot of.
No, I never bitched about anything.
But I just didn't hear
all I can tell you. Listen, listen to me. He is to me. All right, he's the most generous person to me that you ever want to meet. Okay, so you never heard me complain shit about what he ever got me.
No,
okay?
You're right.
So calm down.
I'm not calm.
All right, and what did I get? I made a donation to his charity last year. Okay, is that are you happy with that?
Oh well, no, I'm thrilled, Ronnie. I'm thrilled.
Good. I'm glad.
Scott,
just ask, guys. You don't have to get offended.
I'm not getting offended.
Scott, how about you?
I've always, as long as we've done it, gotten Howard a gift. I've gotten everybody on the staff a gift until last year when Howard said, Secret Santa, you give a gift to one person, you get a gift from one person. Right. That's what we do. Howard decides what he wants done, and this is what he wants done.
And actually, the year before, I remember Scott got a very favorable review. I forgot what he got Howard. It was a bowl, or it was something nice, but Howard liked it. The only thing Scott gets nice gifts. The only thing we've ever goofed on Scott about was one year, all of our gifts reeked of smoke.
Yeah.
Like how could a crystal bowl smell like smoke? But it did. And then Scott got something that was made of cloth, and it just reeked of smoke.
Was that your flavoring or?
That's the flavoring I used to use, yes.
Now,
I don't use that anymore.
That's his mambo.
Yeah, right. Benji, how do you deal with the Howard Gift situation?
Listen, I totally, like I said, I think it's very nice if someone wants to give a gift. If they don't, I don't think it's a big deal. So you mean getting him stuff?
Yeah.
I got him one year a hockey shirt. And like,
he wears it every day, right?
No, I think he said it was horrible. I got it. It was from BU. I got a hockey shirt, I think, with his student radio station letters on it. And I asked Ralph. He said, "Get it red, get it in red or something like that."
Hey, by the way, I want to take this opportunity to talk about something. Last summer,
I got a black kid.
The last summer, that was great. By the way, the black kid. Last summer, I was out at Howard's house, and we were in the pool, and he said, we started laughing. He goes, "I got to tell you something." He goes, "You know how I beat the shit out of you on the air about that crappy Christmas gift you gave me, the kit that had like nail trimmers and nose trimmers and all that stuff?" He goes, "I've had that sitting around for 10 years." He goes, "I opened up the other day." He goes, "It's fucking great." He goes, "I love that thing." He goes, "I use everything in it." He goes, so he never even opened it up. He just looked at it. So I want everyone to know that.
JD, how about you?
I've given him a couple shirts, and he said he liked them, but he could have been just being nice. I don't know.
And you've got Artie for Secret Santa, right?
Yes.
And have you gotten any more calls from Artie's mom?
No,
suggestions?
I did get a suggestion from somebody. Actually, I was going to talk to Gary about it, but to see if Artie would even want it. But
right,
I don't know. It's a whole
How old
thing.
is
she? Heroin?
No.
A map of Delaware.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about what Howard said about being gone in 2 years and what everybody's going to do. Everybody's nervous, obviously. We all want him to stay on so we can keep our jobs, and it'd be sort of strange not having Howard in the morning, but it's a reality for us, and we all theorized about what would happen if, in fact, he decided to hang it up in 2 years.
We should start off with something Howard said in the beginning of the show, which was a quick, not a throwaway, but just, quick statement, which had everybody here a little bit rocked, I'd say, and that's Howard but theorizing, I guess. I don't know what the right word is, but he said in 2 years he thinks he's done.
Yeah, today was the first time that he's hinted at it for a long time. Even when I talked to him off the air, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. What if I work one day a week? But today was the first time he seemed to really be serious about, like, I don't need to do this anymore.
Were you surprised?
No, but it's weird. It's one of those things that I've been preparing for a long time, and I've even been preparing for it. I'm always meeting with people, just, getting ready for the next phase of whatever my career is going to be. But when you hear him say it, it still sort of hits you.
Did it surprise you, Benji?
No, I mean, I obviously haven't been here as long as Gary, but he always says he's going to quit. So that's what I expect Howard to say.
I see.
This was different, though. This, I don't know if I'm coming back. This was a little bit more. Well, first of all, just because of what's printed in the paper, financial records, that it's true that he doesn't have to. He does not have to work anymore.
Well, right. And I 100% know that, and I believe Howard doesn't know at this point. I believe he's truly undecided at this point. Well, I also believe he's being honest when he says, I expect to quit. I think he's being honest.
But a lot can happen in 2 years.
Right. But I said to him, when this has come up in the air before, I'd be like, is this just the way you feel today and it could change, or is this how you feel? And he goes, no, this is pretty much how I feel. Usually when I ask him that question, he would say, I don't know, I could change my mind tomorrow. But that wasn't the case today.
Now, how did everybody react? I mean, you went in there and sort of said your piece, but did anybody else's reaction surprise you?
No, we're all sort of like, I don't think we're at the point where anybody's surprised. Like I said, we all sort of know it's a possibility, and we all talk about preparing for it.
Now, what would really make it different is if we knew for sure.
Yeah,
right.
What I wanted to ask him today, and I didn't want to press him on it, I almost asked him off the air, but I'm curious what he considers to be a good amount of time to let us know the answer. In other words, is he going to let me know 6 months before?
How much notice you're getting?
Right, how much notice he's going to give us so that we can start doing what we're going to do. Or, when will he tell us?
A few people were theorizing that Howard, is it in his personality to retire? Like, could he actually stop doing the show? I know after some vacations he comes back and he's like, I miss just getting on the radio at 6 a.m. and doing the show. And I know how happy he is with Beth, and they want to sort of explore their life together, although they've been together for a very long time. But do you think it's in his personality? Do you think he could just stop doing radio?
I didn't used to think it was in his personality. He would come back, with such a verve to be on the radio. And I'm not saying that he's not putting it all out there, but I don't know that the same I think he could live without it. I was more interested to find out that if he stops doing this, he'll stop doing everything. Because even in past years, he's like, listen, even if I stop doing the radio show, I might set up a production office, I might do this. He's not going to do anything. That was what I found more surprising. And I don't know, if he could live with that. Could he just go on a boat like Johnny Carson did? Johnny Carson just lived his days out, and when people wanted interviews, he just wouldn't do them. Or will he be one of those guys that starts showing up on shows because he needs the attention?
What's your gut on that?
I see him sailing away on a boat. I think he's seen it and done it.
Okay, Benji.
I don't know. It's possible a boat, or it might be a cabin. I'm not.
You know what we mean. We're just talking.
Like Gary said. Like when he said this time that he's always said like, hey, I can direct movies. Maybe I could do this, which he could, but he doesn't sound like he has a desire. He says like, this is the best. This is the thing I enjoy the most. That makes me think more that he'll definitely keep his hand somewhere in this kind of format.
Gotcha. Let's go to the phones. Tony in Hoboken, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, I just want to ask Gary, if it does come to that and Howard, doesn't re-up, would he ever consider working as producer for like a douchebag like Jay Leno?
I've said a million times that my biggest fear is, first of all, I don't know that I'm qualified to be Jay Leno's producer. I think in my mind I am, but I don't have that much TV experience. But I've always said my worst nightmare is that when this period of time comes, that I have to take what's available to me. And, if I'm out of work for 3 months and Jay Leno's interested in having me be his producer, I'd probably do it. Because that's, you got to take, if there's no other jobs available and that job's available, how could you turn down a job like that?
Let's go to Rob in New York. Rob, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Gary, if the show does end in 2 years, can you retire?
No. Not even not even close.
So, and Fred mentioned the same thing himself. So, is it fair to say that would Howard be mad if you were out putting yourself out there looking for other employment? Because if he's not paying your bills in 2 years, I don't see how he can be upset if you're out there looking for something else. If you can't retire in 2 years, you should be looking for something else right now.
Well, in some ways, I'm always looking, in the sense that I talk to people, and we always talk that I'll be done in 2 years. But I have to be honest with you, I don't want to leave here till it's done. I just don't. I don't want to leave here till it's done.
And Rob, I mean, people in the industry are fully aware of what's going on with this show. So if Howard does make that declaration, they'll know sort of by default that Gary is available if they wanted to pursue him.
Yeah, but he gets mad when if Stuttering John leaves. Under those circumstances, a little weird. You can see it still irks Howard a little bit. Now Billy West, he leaves. Now these guys are just trying to take care of their families. If Howard does make this $500 million or whatever it is, a ridiculous number, for as long as you and Fred have been with him, if he takes 10 of that and gives you 5, Fred 5, you could probably retire. And that's
well, to give Jason Will, to give $1 million to Jason, $1 million to Will,
no,
$500,000 to John because he hasn't been here as long.
Listen, you could defend him all you want, Gary. He's your boss.
But you can't
right
tell
now.
somebody how to spend their money.
When it's all over,
if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here.
That's
so
not what I'm saying.
I don't expect Howard to fund me for the rest of my life. I made the deals that I made. I'm happy with what I have, and I can move on when I want to. You seem to have an issue with it.
We should also get to fuck Beth every once in a while.
If Jay Leno came knocking right now with a guarantee for 5 years or 10 years of employment at a serious yearly rate, would you take it?
I would of course seriously consider it. When you say Howard got mad at John for leaving, Howard didn't get mad at John for leaving. Howard got mad at the way John left. I think we all agreed that we probably could not have paid John what he got, and we would have said, listen, we can't match that. You go do that. It was that John never gave anybody that opportunity. John made his deal and left before anybody could do anything about it, and we thought that for the amount of time that he'd work with us, he should have there was a way to do it where he could have ended up where he was and everyone would have been happy.
Well, Rob asks an interesting question in a roundabout way, but Leno's got this new show, 10 o'clock, for whatever reason. He wants, a different producer, and he contacts you. How do you handle something like that at this point?
Listen, Howard would be the first person to say that everybody has to explore everything that's brought to him. He does that too. So, of course, if he came knocking, I would listen to what he had to say. You're talking about a million different things. Do I want to move to Los Angeles? Is it guaranteed for X amount of years? But if he said, I've got a 5-year guaranteed contract for X amount of dollars and the money was worth it, I'd probably go to Howard and say, I got a pretty good opportunity here. Are you staying or leaving? And if he says, I don't know, I'd say I'd have to take it. If he says, I'm staying, I'd probably be less inclined to take it.
And the big difference there with Stuttering John is that you would go to Howard to discuss it before anything was done.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, of course, no, I talked to them a little bit, but I'd see what they were offering.
Benji, how about you if a writing gig like that came along?
I like Gary says, first of all, we have such a great environment here. It's hard to see, like, it's hard to imagine like a more fun environment.
Can I jump on that? Okay, look, Benji. We love Benji to death. He dresses the way he wants when he comes in. He sort of has, there's rules, but in a way there's no rules. So if Benji goes to work on a more structured show, it's going to be different. You're going to be asked.
I can't imagine, unless I have as much independence as I do here, like not working for myself. We have a lot of independence.
So what would you do for yourself? You mean be a freelance writer?
Develop something. I don't know.
Here today because I love Howard and I was lucky enough to get invited. Not everyone gets that opportunity.
So what are you going to talk about today?
Well, you know how it works on radio and on big productions like the Howard Stern Show? They pre-interview you, and then they ask you a bunch of questions, and then the producer gives that to the hosts, and then they usually ask you about that. But hopefully, I'll talk about whatever. I'm dishing it, I can take it. I'll answer any question Howard throws my way. And it's more fun. Keep it spontaneous.
Perez Hilton is here. Perez is a noted gossip columnist. He has a website that has over 7 million page views a day. Advertisers will pay as much as $54,000 to get on Perez Hilton.
Thank you.
Hey, Perez.
Good morning.
What do you say, man? Hey, you lost some weight. You look better.
Thank you. I've been working hard at it.
Yeah, you were getting a little fat.
I was getting very, very, very fat.
And you weren't getting any cock, were you?
I'm still not, but hopefully that'll change soon.
Hey, you're doing well. You're wealthy. You hang around with every celebrity. You're famous. I mean, you can't get any cock? That's your problem.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What are you doing wrong?
I noticed people are flirting for the first time in a long time, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you look
Things
good.
are beginning to change.
What happened? Were you so unhappy with yourself you started to eat? I mean, you were getting very, very chubby.
It was just that I was really I started to make up excuses for everything. Excuses for not working out. I'm like, I don't have time. But now I just made the time, as lame as that sounds.
What is your day like? You're the only one who works on PerezHilton.com, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a staff.
Well, I have my sister who's my assistant, and my mom who's like my gopher. I moved them out from Miami to Los Angeles.
Still to this day, it's just you running the thing. So I would imagine it's hard to keep coming up with material.
Oh, no. At the end of the day, I always have like a bunch of stuff I could have written, but I need to sleep at least 4 hours. So I wake up on a normal day at 4 a.m. because I have to be on East Coast time and just work all day till 4.
Explain that to me. You work all day. You wake up what time?
At 4 a.m.
4 a.m. And then you work till what?
I work until 4:30 p.m. and then I go to the gym and then I come home and I eat and shower and work some more and then I go to bed and I try to get to sleep by 10.
So you're not out running around all
I
over
used
the
to,
place.
and
Yeah.
that's probably one of the reasons why I was fat, because I was sleeping even less and eating and drinking, and now I like to treat myself as if I'm the Michael Phelps of blogging. And I don't leave my house from Sunday night through Thursday night. And I really am happy doing that because, I love what I do.
That's what you did. It was your hobby. You had no idea that this would become a popular website. I mean, there's a lot of people blogging. Nobody really gets any attention doing this. And this worked into a full-time business. How much are you worth at this point? Are you a millionaire?
Well, I don't know. I have.
You know if you're a millionaire.
I have my business manager who handles that, who's a lovely guy who called yesterday, saying, "I want to let you know everything's okay. Don't worry about."
Do you have your money at Lehman Brothers?
No, we didn't. But he just wanted to. He's very professional and wanted to make me feel at ease.
Well, you're working hard. I mean, you're taking this thing seriously. The website.
I just started for fun. But what's funny now is that nowadays people start blogs and websites with the whole intention of just trying to make money doing it.
Right.
I just started it for fun.
You enjoy doing it. That's the secret.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, it's getting harder, though, because the more popular you get, you've got to worry about being sued. I know in the beginning you could write anything you want. Nobody cared.
Because nobody was reading me.
But now, are you involved in a lot of lawsuits?
I've gotten almost all of them settled now.
Right. That was the one big lawsuit was that you were using pictures that photographers took and you were writing things on them. And then they said, hey, wait a second. You're making some money with these pictures. You got to pay us. So I assume now you're paying them.
Yeah, I pay for every photo that I get.
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting, because I became a big boy without planning to or without meaning to. And then when you're a big boy, you have to play by big boy rules.
Yeah, I know. That's a real shame, isn't it? It's a lot more fun when you don't have to play by anybody's rules.
It is.
So now, so on your website, there's probably less pictures because you got to be careful about which ones you buy. I mean, you don't want to spend too much money.
I don't. I'm not cheap, so I'll post away.
So it looks the same.
Yeah, it's
as
the
it
same.
Always would.
It's even better, I think, because now I'm doing video, I'm doing iChats with people.
Like I saw you link the other day to I guess it was something from TMZ. Do you have to pay for that too?
No, not to. I could link to any website.
I see, yeah, because that's good. I like that. And then let's say, like the other day, you had a picture. I think it was Sienna Miller. I don't know one person. I'm so out of it now. I don't even know who Sienna Miller is. Really?
Oh, you do.
I honestly don't.
Well,
she used to date Jude Law.
Yeah.
Right. But was she there naked and kissing some guy?
Yeah, that Brothers and Sisters actor Balthazar Getty. She's the homewrecker.
And she looked nude and fat. Was she fat?
I think she was just hunched over, so she may have looked
a bad angle.
Yeah, a bad angle.
A picture like that you have to pay for, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you did. How much does a picture like that cost?
It depends on who's selling it to you, who I have relationships with.
I see.
Thankfully, some people I kind of have all you can eat kind of thing where I pay someone a flat amount and I can use all their pictures per month.
Oh, that's great.
So that's good. I use those a lot.
So is that like $100 to get a nude picture of Sienna Miller, or is it like $100,000?
Not $100,000,
Right.
but yeah, it's more than 100.
Are there pictures now you want to use, but you just say, I can't afford that. I'm not paying a guy $50,000 for a picture of Madonna's, asshole.
No, it's really rare because there's so many paparazzi in Los Angeles, or actually all over the world,
right?
That very few people get exclusive shots anymore,
right? So
and those are the ones that are expensive.
Yeah,
but you're not at the point where you're going to have, somebody go out just to get an exclusive picture. You don't send people out looking.
I might in the
Uh-huh.
future
Mhm.
diversify. Who knows?
Yeah.
Famous people hate you when they see you, though, right? Don't they? Because you say mean things about them.
They some do, and some have a sense of humor about things. They may hate me, but I think a lot of them read it.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne set up a website, an anti-Perez Hilton.
Oh,
website.
that was a fake website, but I thought that was really funny.
Right, because you make fun of these people. You don't
But
like
she did
Avril
call
Lavigne?
me one day.
And what did she say?
She said, "Stop writing about me," and I said, "Well, you make it so easy."
What is it? I find her very attractive, cute, also talented. What don't you like about her?
See, I find her obnoxious and not attractive.
Yeah, well,
she's just like she's a spoiled brat. It seems like, and not very appreciative of her fans. And there's all these accusations that she doesn't even really write her own music. And,
is that true?
Yeah, well, allegedly, according to people that have worked with her.
No kidding.
They've gone on the record and everything. And then she's threatened to sue the people that she's worked with in the past and had them recant it.
Oh, wow. I wasn't even aware of all that. She just looked like a cute chick who had won a bang.
Well, you don't look very far past the makeup.
You like her music?
The look.
I do. I like her tunes.
You like the Girlfriend song?
I do. I like it.
It's very different from Coldplay.
Well, I like it all.
He's eclectic.
Yeah, I'm a skater boy, actually.
He actually listens to the guys and just looks at the girls.
So now I have to ask you.
Wait, I heard something.
Yes.
So you're getting married soon.
Soon, yes.
And I'm hearing you're getting married very, very soon.
Very soon.
Like within days.
Oh, really? So,
I may be wrong information, but that's what I heard.
Because there's rumors about you all the time.
I got to tell you, Every weekend of the summer, I was supposedly getting married. And I find it fascinating because, first of all, A, who cares when I get married?
People obviously care.
They evidently do care. And B, I haven't gotten married yet. And no, I mean, I'm getting married soon. But
Are you going to sell the pictures and all that?
No, you want to know something? We got approached. Not we. Beth got approached by, I don't even want to say the magazine. There were 2 magazines.
In Style is usually one of them.
It wasn't In Style.
It wasn't?
I don't think so. Well, Beth will be here. She'll tell you. She's a big Perez Hilton fan, by the way. She's on there like 10 times a day. I see her on there.
She got to check in with Perez.
And I always say to her, you're very shallow reading Perez Hilton. And she'll go, she goes, oh, I don't care, and then all of a sudden I'm looking over her shoulder and I'm reading.
Right. As soon as you see her, you got to get into it.
Yeah, right. But actually, I was talking about this wedding stuff, and then I was talking about something I wanted to tell you.
Well, you were talking about the 2 magazines.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you asked me the question. So, the 2 magazines evidently offered $1 million.
Are you kidding? You didn't turn that down.
One of the magazines offered $1 million.
You could donate it to charity.
So, I said to Beth said to me, I would take the $1 million and give it to my charity. I said, yeah. I said, that makes sense. On some level, I said, but really, I'm not the kind of guy that really wants my wedding picture released. It's just not for me. I hate it. It seems like the douchiest thing you could possibly do.
So are you going to ask wedding guests not to bring cameras and things like that?
Yes, I am. I'll tell you why. I just wanted,
people are being strip searched.
The concept, yes, you especially. The concept behind the wedding was, we were going to have a family wedding, and then we're going to have a wedding for a couple of friends and some business people and, people we work with and stuff. And that was it. And it would be a dinner, and it would be simple. No one had to sit there and worry about being photographed and all that other shit. It would just be relaxing. That was the idea.
But...
No. So
that's what's going to happen.
No, that's what's going to happen. So I said to Beth, you know what? I give money to charity. I don't need to have my picture in the paper to give money to the charity. I know it would help some people and this and that, but I talked it over with my agent, and even he said, listen, that's just tacky. Forget it. You should give money to charity, to the charities you want to give to, and that's that. So, no, I'm not doing that. And I think Beth really would have actually liked to do that because she says any money she could raise for...
Oh, sure. I mean, that's a huge amount of money to be able to give.
Well, what's her charity? Maybe
cause.
People can donate right now.
Well, actually, she is running for North Shore Animal League for the marathon. She's running the 26, whatever that is. She's running the New York City Marathon. She's doing that. She's already raised a lot of money, and a lot of our listeners have given money. So thank you for that. She's got it. So she'll talk about that. Anyway, let's get back to you. And what you're up to.
I like to interview other people as well.
Yeah,
it was funny because when you said that, George Takei, I don't know if he ever went back to people to get some money, but they're, like they had them all over Entertainment Tonight last night because
he did
they
it
were
for
at the
free.
wedding, and People Magazine got the pictures for free.
Yeah, Brad and George got married on Sunday.
Well, he's doing it to promote the message of equality, and he wants to get.
But he could still get paid.
Yeah.
I don't know who would pay him that much.
Artie, weren't you angry at Perez? He did something about you, didn't he? Was there something about that? Weren't you angry at one time at Perez?
No.
You were.
Absolutely not.
He put a picture in of you.
The drawing.
And drew something on it. And you said it skeeved you because, it was sort of like he was flirting with you or something.
Flirting with me? I don't think I'm his type. I know. I don't remember being...
Yeah. You talked
bears.
Like
I don't remember being
guy.
angry at Perez.
Wait,
I don't actually either. Someone handed me that note.
Yeah.
I'm mad at? No.
Margie, you're on the air with
was
Perez.
that the picture? Was that the thing with the heart around my crotch?
Yes.
He likes you.
Was that? Well, do you remember doing that, Perez?
I do that.
Right. Okay.
That means he likes you.
I did a gig in Miami. Miami has a comedy festival, and I guess there was
not going to talk over you.
people that take pictures down there and send them to Perez. So for like a week, I was on there with a heart around my crotch.
Right.
I was rather flattered by it.
You're not kidding. I never got a heart around my crotch.
I draw a crown on your head.
I know. You always do nice things. Margie, go ahead. You're on the air in New York City.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
It was my friend Liz. We actually wanted to talk to you because we're with a website called PerezRevenge.com, and we wanted to ask Perez a question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
He's not afraid.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Hurry up, though.
We wanted to know. Basically, he claims that celebrities have to live by a certain standard, and that they have to be willing to let it all hang out because they put themselves in.
All right, thank you, Margie, for the call. I'm gonna kill myself waiting for the question.
Constitution before she gets.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously wrapped up in you. It says here you got sued for $85,000 because you were sued by Lindsay Lohan's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Samantha Ronson. Why did she sue you?
She sued me because, I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to Gary, and he was saying how people threatened to. Matthew Perry's folks were threatening to sue you because you read something in the National Enquirer that Matthew Perry's people claimed weren't true.
Right.
Well, some media outlet reported something about Samantha Ronson, that she allegedly was the one that gave Lindsay the drugs, and that she was the one supposedly staging photo ops.
So you commented.
And I reported what these other people were saying, and I said, according to these other people, I attributed it. I worded it very carefully, so I did nothing wrong. And then I ended up winning that lawsuit, and she still owes me money.
Oh, wow. No kidding. And did that shock you that Lindsay Lohan was gay?
No, because for the longest time, she was a nympho.
Right.
So she'd just hump whomever, wherever, whenever.
I told you could get her, Artie.
And this isn't even the first girl she's been with.
My theory is she was very unhappy being with men and maybe being in the closet. As many closeted people their lives are ruined. And now that she's out and she's running around with this girl, I assume it's a known thing that she has this girlfriend.
Well, they still haven't commented publicly about it.
Okay, but she's living an open lifestyle.
Yeah, they're not really hiding it.
And maybe that's why she's straightening out. She's not doing as many drinks and drugs and things like that. Is she straightening out?
For the most part. I mean, I still hear things here and there.
Is she ever going to work again?
She is. She's doing Ugly Betty right now in New York City.
That's not working.
Well, it's kind of like the Robert Downey Jr. school of celebrity image rehab. He did the Ally McBeal, and now Robert Downey Jr. is huge.
Yeah. You have to work your way back up. You got to go back on some shitty television shows and then sort of work your way back into a good movie, right?
The people of Ugly Betty are going to be very upset.
It's very sad.
Actually, I like Ugly Betty.
It's sad that she self-destructed like this. Here's a girl who had a great career.
I mean, look at her parents, though. Both of them are crazy.
Right. Now, do you would you agree that most of the celebrities are more leaning toward Obama than they are?
And they're all talking about it very publicly. I think the only one who's not is like Kid Rock. And he's saying all these other losers talking about it should shut up.
Right.
And they're all talking about that Sarah Palin girl.
They hate her.
She's the hugest overnight celebrity in America.
Right
I kind
now,
of love
for
her.
sure. Yeah.
Are you getting gossip on her? Are you trying to?
I mean, her, the daughter, everyone.
What's going on? What do you know?
They're like the Spears of the political world.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
You're working on some big stuff about them?
Well, the most recent one I posted was about the daughter and how she stole her boyfriend, who's now the baby daddy, from her former friend.
I see. So there was a lot of intrigue.
Yeah, and apparently, although I don't think she's ever talked about it, Sarah Palin herself was pregnant before she got married and all these things.
Yeah, I just heard a little bit about that this weekend. That there was a shotgun wedding.
And the most recent one, that's just kind of funny, is that when she was governor, well, she's still governor of Alaska, but when she got into office, she had a tanning bed put in there, which is kind of funny. But now her people are saying that she paid for that with her own money.
Right. Who knows? Hey, you did something that shocked me. And I don't get shocked by much, but Whoopi Goldberg criticized you for it, too. You posted a picture of Adam Sandler's 2-year-old child. And
Sadie.
Really, I don't know her name, and I don't really know Adam, but I thought it was cruel. I actually did. Because I never make fun of the kids as celebrities, really, unless they're like, actors or something. But you took a picture of his 2-year-old kid and you kind of said that she was not good looking.
She's not.
Yeah, but
it's mean. I know.
Nice. The kid didn't ask for that.
Did you feel bad about that at all? Did you hear from Adam? Was he upset?
I didn't hear from him, but I'll bend over and let him spank me really hard. The thing is that I'm not a complete asshole. I'm a conniving asshole. Like I did it on purpose to try to get a response out of people. Maybe that's really cheap and lame, but
yeah, because I mean,
I don't know if
there's
it
a
makes it
little
any
kid
better.
there, you know?
Well, I was just really saying what a lot of people were thinking. I mean, you may not say it out loud, but I did. I love how what Barbara Walters says when she sees an ugly baby. There's ugly babies out there. Barbara said this before. She's like, when I see an ugly baby and somebody says, "Oh, what do you think of my baby?" She says, "What a baby!"
Maybe you should just write "What a baby" now.
I think I'll do that for a week or so.
Now, what is this? You're going back to sex. You have not had a lover in a long time. Now that you are on the celebrity circuit, you are accepted into this circle. Do you think you might be hooking up with a famous man?
I have my celebrity crushes.
Who is your celebrity crush? Let me hear. Who do you want
I think I do, but they're all straight. The ones that I think are cute. Oh, there are someone that are gay that are cute too. But I love the Zac Efron. Or the Chase Crawford.
Right. That's
you like those little...
But that's just fun to pretend. I wouldn't ever want to date anyone that pretty, because then I'd always feel so insecure. I'm dating someone so pretty.
And what's the plan? Are you going to out more celebrities? You like to out celebrities.
Sure.
Whenever you find out someone's gay, you will report it on your website.
Well, I haven't recently because I think I've outed everyone except for like some TV actors that are still closeted. But does anyone really care about TV actors?
And are you so successful? Yeah, people do. Are you successful now?
Well, I should do it.
Is Gary right that you're getting your own record label?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
What is that all about? What do you know about
Well,
music?
like Howard, I love music too, and I like all different kinds. And, you know, I feel like I have this wonderful opportunity. Whenever I mention a musician on my site, even if only 10% of my readers check it out, that's a lot of people checking out the music. And a lot of folks say, "Oh, I discovered this person because of you." So I want to really help people and discover talent that I think is amazing and guide their career along.
Wow. All right. Well, that sounds
it's
interesting.
something I'm really passionate about. I love music so much.
How many readers are on that website?
Well, nowadays it's actually like about 9 million, 9.5 million a day. It's really crazy.
9.5 million a day.
Individuals or hits?
No, that's page views. People that come back more than once. But that's what the advertisers care about.
And you're getting $54,000 for a spot on your website?
That's if it's taken every day. It's not, that's for the wallpaper. I mean, I don't care about money that much. All I care about is that I'm able to be with my family. I was able to support them, and I don't have to worry about paying bills. I have my business manager do that. I never balanced a checkbook. I felt like really stupid.
Have you ever outed someone and found out they weren't gay?
And have to put them back in the closet?
No,
nothing like that.
I mean, I've always, it's fun to speculate, but I've never said this person is if I don't know.
And you started your own clothing line.
Yeah, I did that. I still do. I did one collection with Hot Topic, and now I still got my line on my website.
Man, I tell you.
And I got a book coming out in January. You can pre-order it on Amazon.com.
Now, what is in the book?
It's called Red Carpet Suicide, a survival guide to keeping up with the Hiltons. And I like to compare it. Jon Stewart came out with a really funny book called America a few years ago. So mine is like the Hollywood version of that.
Why can't Jessica Simpson hold on to a guy? I mean, what's the problem there? Is it that she's a
Well, you know
moron?
what's, and I kind of think it's sad. I once had a conversation with her, and she's that kind of girl that only likes to date famous dudes. She won't date a normal person.
Right.
And that, just inherently is destined for failure, because when you're both really busy and you're a singer traveling the world and you're so-and-so doing that and you're never spending time together, how's that going to last?
You're absolutely right.
So how's it going to go with this football player?
I don't know. I mean, there's rumors that she might be pregnant or just fat. But she really wants to make it work out with him.
How's Britney Spears doing? Is she getting it back together?
I saw her at the VMAs, and I was seated across the road from her, and I was like just staring at her the whole time.
She's captivating to you?
Well, yeah, for millions of people all over the world.
That's true.
And I was very happy to see that she looked normal and didn't seem drugged out. Because for a while there, she seemed like a zombie.
Yeah, and she had the vagina. In every picture, we saw the vagina, right?
She did it repeatedly.
Yeah, and you showed.
Did you see
I
her
love
stuff?
vagina shots.
I do too.
We haven't talked about it. I saw a couple of blurbs while I was on vacation or something, and she lost her virginity at
Her mom. Well, actually, those were reports that it may not be true, but apparently the mom has a book that's coming out all about raising two famous fuck-ups. And the mom supposedly reveals that Britney lost her virginity at a really young age, even though she claimed that, like the Miley Cyrus girl. I bet you that Miley Cyrus girl isn't a virgin either.
You think she's banging a dude?
Well, Miley, ever since she broke up with that Nick Jonas boy, she's been dating a lot.
Right. She's
getting
horny.
experience.
She looks like a woman, quite frankly. She's looking a lot older than she really is.
And she talks like a 40-year-old.
I say she's a 2-pack-a-day girl myself.
Right.
But and then that Britney started drinking at like 14 or something.
And doing drugs not that long after.
You don't like Jennifer Aniston. You mock her all the time. Why?
Actually, I've kind of not learned, but I don't mind her anymore.
You don't?
I kind of now I'm kind of feeling sorry for her.
Why?
Because she's just like the Jessica Simpson of the 40s. Right. And actually, I appreciate the fact...
I told someone this the other day. I said, the reason Jennifer Aniston can't hold on to a guy, she's another one who insists on only dating celebrities.
Famous guys, huh?
She's got to be with Vince Vaughn. She's got to be with
They
Brad Pitt.
They got to be a name and in the business.
John Mayer.
Yeah, if she'd be a super catch for some regular guy who maybe's doing well and would really be devoted to her. Julia Roberts married a key grip or something.
Yeah,
right.
And that's smart.
I was thinking about her, and you forget. Remember she did research on Brad Pitt before she dated him.
Did you know
really?
that?
No,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Him. Yes.
Yeah,
she researched him.
That's like Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise.
That is the strangest looking couple. Do you point that out? They're
very bizarre,
together.
but I mean, I'm surprised they've lasted this long.
And she's too tall for him, right?
Well, he likes tall girls.
He certainly does. Well, there's always so much to talk about with you. Perez Hilton, by the way, I should say this. You go to his website by merely putting in PerezHilton.com. That's it, PEREZ Hilton.com.
And you still love hanging out with the celebrities and
I love staying at home. I don't leave my house from Sunday night through Thursday night. I love working. I love doing what I do, and I feel
When's
really
the last time you blew a guy?
I got blown 7 months ago, but I didn't blow.
7 months ago, you got a blowjob.
Yeah.
That's it. Boy, that's. I figured you'd be out having a party.
I'm available. Anyone can email me at perez@perezhilton.com. Send pictures.
Mr. Freeze, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you ever cry in therapy?
Who?
Me?
Yeah, you fag.
Yeah, I did. It seems to me.
Well, now we're outing Howard.
Yeah, I've been in. I might as well come out of the closet. I'm gay because I cried in therapy. No, actually, it seems to me like your therapist is most proud of you. The goal is to cry in therapy to show that you have emotion and shit.
Well, to actually tap into it, I guess.
And if you manage to cry in therapy, which I've done like 2 or 3 times, he's so proud of me. like wow, you're a brave man. You're able to do this. And so I don't know. They get you into the mindset that it's okay to do that. Did you cry yet in outpatient therapy, Artie?
No, not yet.
Not really, Artie.
I'm working up to it. You surprised by that?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
I did make out with the guy though.
You did? No.
My therapist.
My ears perked up.
So they're moving right along in therapy.
Yeah, we're really hitting it off.
Let me tell you something, Perez. You're doing all right.
Thank you very much,
I
Howard.
like your website. I think it's done very, very well. And,
tell Beth I say hi.
Oh, you'll see Beth. She's here.
All right. Well, I'll go say hi.
You see, she'll tell you everything that's on your website. You can quiz her about anything on your website, and she'll know it.
Well, maybe you could send me the wedding picture and not give it out to everyone.
Honey, are you here? Hey, Gary, is Beth here? What? Ask her any question.
You want him to quiz her?
About any celebrity. What?
She's here.
Ask her if she wants to meet Perez Hilton.
Okay.
I'm telling you, she's on that website 900 times a day. Between that and texting.
Girls got to stay informed.
She loves that gossip.
It's research.
Yeah, she reads that. She reads Us Magazine. She reads all
I know
that.
she reads all the tabs, and she's always into page 6 in the morning.
Hey, hon. There's my...
Look at her. Oh, my goodness. Hello.
Good morning. Hello. You too.
Your website every day.
Oh, thank you.
How many times a day are you on PerezHilton.com?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, just once.
Oh, that's a lie.
No,
Come on.
that's not true.
Honey, you're on there all the time.
That's so embarrassing. No.
No, tell the truth. You're on there a lot. You're on
just
there.
once. But every day.
Oh, thank you.
That's how I knew that you were on today.
Perez, ask her anything about any celebrity. She can tell you.
Oh, honey, that's really embarrassing.
Come on. Go ahead.
What do you think about Howard liking Avril Lavigne?
Oh, you always had a little crush for her.
I mean, I like her.
Yeah,
I like her
she's
music.
good, and she's cute. You think she's hot?
Right.
Yeah.
No, but Perez, ask her any question about
what's on the
ask her
website?
like the name of Adam Sandler's kid, and she'll know.
I don't know that.
Oh, you don't know that?
No.
Well, thankfully, I don't talk about the kid that much.
Good,
No, you're mean about some kid. You know who you're mean about? Is Demi Moore's daughter.
Oh, Rumor Willis.
You're really
She's really
mean.
ugly on the inside. on the inside.
She's so
ugly. What are you
cute.
saying?
You see, the thing about
Beth
Rumor...
gets upset when you do that.
I
The thing
do.
about-
Leave the
here's-
kids out of
No,
it. Oh,
I
but
think she's ugly on the inside. Here's my thing about Rumor Willis. She's kind of like a dude, or no, she's not a dude, but like there's just some people that fuck their way to the top. She fucked her way to the top without having sex. Like she kind of latched on to other celebrities just to try to get famous herself. Like she was hanging out with Lindsay Lohan, and they were BFF for the longest time. She was hanging out with Hayden Panettiere, and they were BFF for the longest time. She put herself in the spotlight, walking the red carpets, and she was doing nothing. She was just Bruce and Demi's daughter, and that to me just kind of made me.
In other words,
ew.
you don't respect her because she's only Bruce and Demi's daughter, and that you can't be famous just for that.
I mean, you can,
But
and
you
she
don't like
is.
it. But that puts you on. That puts her on the shit
I
list.
just didn't like how she went about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who else you're mean about? Is Adam Sandler's baby.
I just
That's
talked to him about
mean.
that.
Yeah,
you
we
did.
talked
That
to him
was
about
really
that.
mean.
That's wrong.
And wait, who else was I mad at you about? There was one more. I'll think of it.
But you love it, huh?
That's quite a rock. Are you going to send me your waiting picture?
Oh.
You should.
I don't know about that.
We were talking about that.
We actually
Or
gave
maybe
out
the honeymoon picture. You're going to go on honeymoon?
Nah, we've been on a million. Well, I mean, we'll be.
My life is a honeymoon.
Oh. Thank you, sweetheart. Didn't something wonderful happen last night? We can give Perez the exclusive.
What happened? What happened?
I made love to her.
You go right about that, Perez. It's the
How
first
often
time.
do you
Go
do
ahead,
that?
quickly. Get on your
you have
website.
a really bad picture of me that you put up. We need to update that.
All right. You got to send me the wedding photo.
What else don't you like about Perez's website or like about it?
I'm informed by it on a daily basis, but there's another child that I'm upset over that you talk
Rumor
about.
Willis.
Rumor Willis, the Sandler child, and then there's one more that I get so upset about. Oh, not even a child. You're mean about Lindsay Lohan's girlfriend. Is she a nasty person?
Very.
Is she? Oh, see, I don't know
Why
her.
is she
I know
a
her
nasty
mom. I
person?
love her mother. Her
mother
mother's
seems
awesome.
cool.
Her
Yeah,
mother's
what's
the
her
coolest.
mother's name?
Ann Dexter.
And yeah.
She's
I saw
really
a
cool.
video of her at leaving Mark Anthony's birthday party, like blitzed drunk.
She's
which I thought was
awesome. She's really
funny.
cool. Yeah, she's friends with Tony and Randy, so
I
I've
see.
hung out with her.
Oh, you know her.
I don't know the daughter. I don't
Right.
know
You know
any
the
of the
mother.
kids. I know the mother. Yeah, and I always feel bad because I think the mother is awesome.
Now, how is Perez mean about Samantha Ronson?
yeah.
Lindsay
My
Lohan's
nickname for her is Saman. But it's just me being silly.
But that's what makes the website interesting.
Yeah.
And no, I love it. I'm just saying these are the things that it can't all be nice.
Well, you've met your hero, honey.
Oh, no.
Perez Hilton.
Well, congratulations. Wait, so is the wedding like this coming week or weekend?
It's very soon.
That's what I heard. I heard from sources
soon.
it's very soon.
I just had my first dress fitting yesterday. Finally.
Who's the designer?
Georgina Chapman
from
Marquesa. Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Very beautiful.
Perez,
Who's
how
doing
much
your
would you pay
suit?
for that exact date, Perez? At a wedding.
Pay for the date?
Of the wedding.
Well, I think I heard it's literally within days.
Well, I could get you an exact date.
And I heard it's in New York. I thought because there were rumors it was going to be in Florida or all these.
Florida.
Yeah, it's in Florida.
Yeah, it is
No,
in
but
Florida.
I heard it's in New York within days, and people are from all over the country are traveling here for it.
That's right. You kidding?
It's like a
very important.
pilgrimage. See the caravan.
People don't believe it.
I'm coming in from Hoboken.
That's right. Well, listen.
Beth,
Congratulations.
Beth, you look fantastic. by the way.
She
She looks
does.
It looks
fantastic.
wonderful.
Thank
She
you.
looks fantastic.
Marathon training.
I know she does, but
Killing
I'm
me.
saying.
Well, she's
you,
training.
you're
Put my
saying.
charity on your website.
I did.
No,
Wait,
you
what did you-
can't.
I should. Oh, yeah.
because you've been doing
How do you
that.
shut
give me
these
the
two plugs
info.
up?
I don't know. What did you say, honey?
He puts sometimes charities on his website that people should look into, and I
Yeah.
said he should put my North Shore Animal League.
I will.
GoBetho.org.
I'll make sure to write that down.
Cool.
All right,
Thank
that would
you.
be good. Artie, no, she looks good.
No, I'm saying Howard is saying that you're running a lot and everything,
Right.
and I don't know, man. I think you look toned and
Tan and blonde and
Yeah, she's working out.
bikini model.
She's really proud of her arms. She showed your muscles.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stop it. I don't have muscle. You're so mean.
She's been running. First of all, she
I
had
did my first 18 miles. Yeah.
Wait, if you're getting like a custom-made Marchesa gown, you have to show that off. Maybe she could just have a picture by herself.
Yes.
That you could release.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine.
The dress is so beautiful.
You could have one of those magazines.
I don't want to be
an exclusive on the dress.
Yeah, I don't want to be a douchebag.
Yeah, we've been
standing
approached by all the magazines, but in respect to Howard, it's not his thing, so we
you just
turned them
do
all
that
down.
yourself in the dress and maybe talking about the preparation and all that stuff.
Oh, maybe that. I don't care about. I mean,
You know what's interesting about it? Like, Beth is the kind of girl I couldn't think could get hotter, but she actually got hotter.
Oh, Artie.
Seriously.
well, that's what I insist on.
You look a little better, too.
Yeah, you have to get hotter and hotter. No, the problem with this marathon training is, like Beth had the worst cold for 4 or 5 days.
Really? I'm still sniffing.
She ran 18 miles.
Wow.
And then she ran another 6 miles the next day, and she blew out totally, and then she's unavailable to me.
I had sex with you last night.
That was the first time because
I was so sick.
She was sick,
Yeah.
and I had to wait.
That
And
is amazing,
That's
though.
really
What she's doing is amazing.
It's amazing, but yet I really don't want it anymore.
He doesn't like
I'm
it.
against it.
The only marathon she should be running is you, huh?
No one has had the sniffles that bad in here since AJ Penn.
Meanwhile, you're so much cuter in person. You put horrible pictures of yourself on your site.
Well, thank you. If you know any hot gay boys, let me know.
Are you single?
Very.
We know some great gay boys.
You do?
Yeah.
In Los Angeles?
No. Oh, no, in New
Well,
York.
I'll come visit more often. I love New York. I love it here.
Apparently, they don't know any hot single broads. They know gay guys.
No, we don't know that.
They don't even know any hot
we do
guys.
actually. Beth is coming
Mom
in here.
coming in with a hot single broad.
Beth's friend
Yeah.
Jill is coming in.
I'm sure she'll love
me. Yes, she's.
She actually brought you a treat.
Really?
Yeah.
A treat?
Yeah.
Does it rhyme with Mahina?
I'm not going to say it's her treat to bring.
Does it rhyme with Merowin?
And Artie, this girl is a nice girl. Don't try to write her a check right
And
now.
don't try to corrupt
What
her
is it the
either.
check writing? What am I, Jerry Springer?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, can I see the ring? I never saw the ring up close.
You never saw my ring?
Not up close. That is like a bauble or whatever you call it. Wow.
Now, is that just
That's
the
classy,
engagement
too.
one? When you get married, you get a different ring?
Yeah. You got to get the wedding ring.
I feel like Lisa G.
You guys did that, right? You guys,
Where is your wedding rings? Do I have them?
You had them.
No, you have them.
No,
now.
I have them
You
because I have
them
to
now.
give them too.
Yeah.
But did you see my tattoo?
Yeah, I put that picture up.
It.
Can you see it?
That's an H.
It's in the henna color. It's brown.
I got to look at it
You
closer.
look closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, enough of this. Enough of this gab fest.
It's the view in here today.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ring. I said I feel like Lisa G. It's like Lisa Gigantic.
You're the Sherry Shepherd of this group.
What is it, Evan? Yes, Evan, you're on.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, Perez.
Yes.
Yeah, would you ever bang that dude from Tokyo Hotel, or is he too effeminate for you?
You know that?
That is a dude,
The one with the
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Is that a dude or a
Well,
girl?
it's a dude, but he has the most lovely manicure. I saw him up close and personal at the VMAs, and he claims to be straight.
Really?
Really?
But I mean, he looks like Boy George in the '80s.
Yeah.
Like
Gorgeous.
exactly.
Yeah.
It looked like a hot chick to me. What do
I love
know?
it though. I love that he's European. They get away with more stuff there.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you are Beth's hero, and
Congratulations!
It's so nice to
Within
meet you.
days, how exciting! The
I know, he's waiting for
final
me to slip, isn't he?
countdown.
Do you know Perez gets up at 4 a.m. and works till like 4 or 5 at night?
Really? It's that-
No, and then I go to the
Stays
gym,
home.
and then I come back and I work at the evening. But I love it.
Stays home from Sunday to Thursday. So.
He runs his
You're
own.
really successful.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
work
huge.
hard.
Everybody knows you.
You know, my mom's happy.
He hasn't had cock for 7 months.
Come on.
Oh, honey.
Perez, how'd it go, man?
I can't believe we talked for that long. It's like what, like over a half hour or something? It was a good time.
So how'd it go?
It went wonderful. I mean, I was very happy to be on, and
You got to meet Beto.
I know. Hopefully I'll get a picture from the wedding or something. And maybe the
only
dress. I'll take the exclusive.
No drawing on it, though.
No drawing. I'll just put my logo on it. PerezHilton.com exclusive.
Now, she was giving you a little heat for being mean.
You know, I dish it. I could take it. I don't mind. I didn't say I'm not gonna ever make fun of kids again.
All right, so you had a good time, man?
I had a great time. Hopefully I'll be back on soon. Maybe
All right.
January when I
Yeah.
got the book coming out.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Artie Lang here. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed Dr. Drew Pinsky and his assessment of me, which I think is total bullshit. I don't want to be dead like my father. I'd like to be thin like my father, probably. I don't want to be dead like my father. But I do drugs to forget my father's dead. It's very complicated. Join us when the exploiter of the century, Dr. Drew, comes in and hopes that he gets me to die on his show instead of this show. I'm dying on Howard's show, not Dr. Drew's show. Fuck you. And fuck you!
Now, Artie, before you came in, I was explaining, I took your side in the sense that how could you say that this guy, Dr. Drew,
BlackBerry's blowing up.
Isn't exploitive when everything he does is on television?
Right, of course. The guy's look, I know he's a nice guy, but look, I said to him point blank, would you let one of your daughters do this? And of course, the thought of that's horrifying to him. And he went, good question, no. It's just, look, he's taking advantage of the biggest fuck-ups that are out in L.A. right now. You know, I mean, that's
okay. So let's say we buy into that point, which you're not off on that all the way.
I don't know how I'm off at all.
Do you still think that he's not giving them proper treatment?
No, they're not going to. He admitted it. He admitted it by not being able to throw out the real entertaining people like Gary Busey and he said Tawny. I don't know what she was doing. By not being able to throw them. Okay, by not being able to throw them out. And why do you throw them out? Not because you don't care about them anymore. Because they could affect the treatment of the other people. That's why you throw them out. So by not being able to throw them out, to have them still there, still being a disruptive force with the other people, no one's getting proper treatment.
Okay, nobody. Say we buy into that, right? So because I'm saying I buy into that.
It's
listen. Okay, you're right. Does that mean that he has no ability to judge or diagnose anybody else?
No, that doesn't mean that. I'm just saying he doesn't care about it as much. That's all. I'm saying that, look, he's admitting that. Okay, I don't think he's a bad guy, but here's a true doctor with intent. Here's a guy, and look, none of us are Jesus Christ, and I'm not judging anybody, and I know I'm about to put him up on a pedestal that no human being should be put up to, and I don't think anybody should be perfect, except Benji, who's clearly a perfectionist. This, to me, is a doctor I would want to see. A guy who goes, look, you're unbelievable at what you do. You happen to practice in Los Angeles. We would love for you to do a TV show and with these people. And here the guy goes, no, I can't do that. I can't ever bring myself to do that because this is sacred to me. I'm a doctor. I took an oath. I can't put these people on TV if I'm not allowed full autonomy and I can't do whatever I have to do within treatment to make them better. That's a doctor I want to see. Dr. Drew was asked that question, even if he asked himself in his own head, and he said, I'm willing to fucking do it on television. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't make him a bad guy. I don't judge him in a bad way because we're all human beings, man. I mean, we all go for the money.
But in a way, you are judging him because you're saying that he's not good enough to diagnose or treat you. But in your mind, for what you want.
I don't think he's and I think he's not. He shouldn't be able to treat a lot of people due to that, just one factor. I mean, look, the other thing is, how many people is he not if he thinks he's such a great doctor, how many people is he not treating because he's in a meeting with the network or, because he's developing another show?
That's unfair to say because you would have to sit there and figure out what every doctor does with their time when they're not with a patient.
What about a golfer? Doctors do two things with their time.
What if they were golfing? What if he were golfing instead of being in with the network?
Go to the hacky thing,
I'm just saying.
Whatever. I'm saying, look, Drew probably golfs too, but the average doctor doesn't golf, take care of his kids, meet the network, develop a show, and then see a couple of people. The average doctor golfs, takes care of his kids, and then sees as many people as he can help, and not on television. And that's all I'm saying. Look, I'm a fuck up, and I'm not judging. I am judging him, but I'm not saying that, look, I hate him or he should be in hell for this. I'm not doing what Jesus would do. I'm not saying I'm not a fuck up. I'm just giving you my opinion that he had to ask himself that question: should I do this on television? And can I give the proper treatment on television? The answer is no, clearly in his head. And anyway, he said yes anyway. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a fuck up, and I agree with Artie. I think doing it on TV hurts your credibility. I do.
See,
and again, I think he's good at what he does. I think he made a lot of sense, and I think Artie absolutely needs help. But I think he makes a very good point.
All right, let's get off this topic because we're getting stuck here.
Because you're losing.
No. What did you think of his assessment of you? That initial assessment.
Actually, wait. Before you answer that, Artie, I'm sorry. Teddy, hit clip number 1.
John's not a fuck up.
People, when they're sober, end up better than they thought they could be.
Right.
But it's almost like you want to join your dad. You know what I mean? And if you can't live without him, you're not going to live. You know what I mean? And that's, you deserve a better life. You deserve a sober life. Right. And he would want that for you. And it seems like you idealize him so much that he can't be the real guy he was with you. And you won't let go of the idealized image. And that's either pulling you towards death or keeping you on heroin.
All right. Let's not forget to mention the fact that he developed this theory by reading Artie Lang's Too Fat to Fish, still on shelves,
which is a very honest book and a pretty good insight into who you are.
It's a fantastic book. I'm not going to argue. But it's the best book out now. I get it.
It's pretty good insight into who you are. It's not every moment.
He called the book riveting.
Good. Okay. So get to the answer, the point.
He bought his own copy too.
Listen. No, he didn't. I don't want to be dead. Okay, that's extreme. I don't want to join my father in death. What he did say after that, which I think is probably true, is it might be the reason I'm still doing heroin and other drugs. I don't want to be dead. I don't. If there was an afterlife that you believed in, and my father saw me there before I was 90, I think he wouldn't want me there either. I wouldn't want to be there. I don't want to be dead. I'm telling you right now, I don't. But it might be the thing that keeps me going back to drugs.
Do you think that you have put your father on this pedestal and idealized him to a place that may not be real anymore?
Well, look, if you read the book, I say in the book when I describe some of the things he did that he did put my mother through hell at times. He was crazy.
But it's about you and him, though. Just about you and him.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, a shrink might beg to differ, but I don't think I put him up on that pedestal where he can do no wrong.
But it's funny because in a way you almost said that today when you talked about how when your dad was a quadriplegic, how in your mind you thought that a thief coming into the house, that your dad could still somehow defend that.
But that was then. I don't believe that now. It's a long time ago, Gary. Okay. And I don't believe that now. If my father was a quadriplegic in the house and a burglar broke in now, we'd be fucked. I'd leave and let him, do whatever. Steal my father. But so at that point I did. At that point I can remember going to bed at night and just saying, God, if someone broke in, we'd be fine. I don't think that anymore. I was 20 when that happened. Look, clearly something's fucking me up. Clearly my father has something to do with it, but I don't want to be dead. I promise you.
But do you think that Dr. Drew is right in saying that the father connection you believe has to do with why you keep going back? You said something today that shocked me.
Yeah, that could have something to do with me doing drugs. Of course, I'm sure it does.
You said something today that shocked me, which I did not realize. You said that you have not been more than 11 months sober in how long?
Since I was 17,
I had no idea.
See,
I thought you had long.
Wait. Since you were 17, how long have you been sober for?
But Art, that's kind of interesting what you just said. And I've noticed that before. When was your dad's accident?
October 1985. A week after my 18th birthday. So I started drinking before he fell.
But let's define started drinking. We're having a beer here and there. When did you have a problem with drinking? Or have you ever had a problem with drinking?
Sure I have, of course.
In other words, do you think you were heading down the road you were heading down before your father's accident, or not necessarily?
No. I don't blame him for me leaving. Look, I got into college under false pretenses, and I would have left. School was not for me. Although my road that I took after that might have been much different. He might have been like, look, then you're going to just work with me and maybe try to learn this business. Or I don't know if he would have tolerated me going into New York every day without work. And he wouldn't have minded me chasing the dream to be a comedian. But I think, because he was a big fan of comedy, but I don't know if he would have let me fuck up as much as I did in those years. It's interesting. And I don't know if I would have had as much drive to make it, It's weird. My life would have been very different. I don't know.
You say you want to live. You know, you don't want to die. You don't want to die. You say that a couple times. But in your book, I know you tried suicide once. Like, have you been feeling that way for a long time recently? Like, it seemed like when you went down to Florida, I wouldn't say you had an epiphany, but you definitely came up saying, you know what, I got a lot to live for. I'm in a good place. I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't say I was in a good place till I got to Miami.
A better place.
That was a great place, Miami.
It sounded like
with
it.
The hotel. Nobu. Some of the chicks down there. The wellness center was a horrible place. Rehab's a horrible place.
Must be the worst 9 days of your life.
But, Gary, you know what? I saw your house in Connecticut. You wouldn't last 10 seconds in this fucking place.
I think, dude, I'll show you
You
where
guys are making
I'll show you where I grew up.
You guys are making it. I know where you grew up in shit.
I
Long
did.
Island. It's all shit there. But what did I grow up in? Beverly Hills?
No, but I think that you leaving because of the conditions is an excuse, not a reason. I know that you're used to a better way now.
I'm going to see if your wife would tolerate this rug in your house for 10 seconds.
My wife doesn't have to go.
Do you have good water pressure in your house?
Did they say to you when you left, like, we don't think this is... Hey, Art, when you left, did they say, we don't think this is a good idea? Or they're like, that's fine, just
Who
come
told them?
Hi, this is Scott the Engineer, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how I recorded John's demo tape for the Tonight Show, and then told him I wasn't going to give it to Howard, and then turned around and gave it to Howard. What a bitch I am. Right, John?
The show started really with Howard doing a rap on Stuttering John and told his side of what he thinks is really going on with him and if he'll go over to the new show, etc. But when he played the tape of Scott recording John auditioning for the announcer job at the Tonight Show, you heard Scott in the background and Fred doing Scott's laugh. But Gary was telling me during the break, John lived to fuck with Scott.
He did. First of all, you have to understand something. Scott didn't even have that John thing in the profit system. He was holding it off to the side, and the reasoning is still not clear to me. Scott claims he was looking for the unbleeped version, but I think Scott was trying to keep it out of there because I think he felt a little bit bad about fucking with John, but then he didn't care anymore. You have to understand the level that John would go to mess with Scott. So I talked about earlier on the show today. So you know the phones, when you pick up your telephone, how there's a button there, and that's how you can hear what's going on? Stuttering John used to go and tape it down on Scott's phone. Then he would call him, and Scott would pick up the phone. It would ring, but it would never pick up. And he would go, "Hello, hello." And I remember one day Scott ripped the phone out of the plug and hurled it at the door. Then John pulled a prank on Scott that I believe a caveman pulled on another caveman, back in the Ice Age. But it was so great. John took a $5 bill and attached a piece of fishing wire to it. So Scott comes bopping down the hole. We're all waiting. John goes, "Don't worry, he'll be out here any minute." We're looking through this little window. Scott goes to pick it up, and John just pulls it away from him. He fucked with him at every available turn.
That was before cameras were around?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff isn't even on tape. A lot of stuff just for John's fun.
So with Scott, this was the ultimate revenge, no?
Well, the thing that's funny is John did some of those tricks, and some of them are on tape, and some of them aren't, but Scott's got this forever. And, it's wrong of John to be mad at Scott in the sense that if he really never wanted it to be heard by the show, he should have gone elsewhere to get it done. It's a lot to ask of Scott to keep this contained for, 6 years.
And John, as you said, messed with Scott all the time.
But in all fairness to Scott didn't give it to me like the day after John got the job. John got the job, and Scott sat on it, and then at some point he realized, I can't sit on this anymore. That's a lot of pressure for him. Because if I ever found out he had it and didn't give it to us, I'd fucking ream him.
Well, first, Howard said he was pissed that Scott didn't tell him right away. But as it turns out, he did the right thing.
Yeah, Artie jumped in and said, "Listen, you got to give Scott a standing ovation." And he's right.
Yeah.
And like I said, Scott took, just hours of shit. For whatever reason, especially at the beginning, Scott was John's personal punching bag for his practical jokes.
Did Scott ever blow up at John?
I told you he threw the phone at the wall. He knew it was John. Yeah, he blew up all the time. But see, that's the thing too. Like, I hate the whole practical joke thing because if Scott were to blow up at me, I'd feel so horrible. It didn't slow John down even a little.
Now, Benji, do you think John shouldn't be mad at Scott?
Well, first of all, do we know for sure that John really is mad at Scott still? Or is this just hype?
Well, he hasn't spoken to Scott in however many years, and he was very mad at Scott.
But was he ever real close with Scott that he'd call him up and say, "Hey, let's talk about life"?
No, but John's mad at him. Trust me, I know John.
Okay,
he's mad at him.
I mean, I talk to John occasionally. I have a friendly relationship with him, and he's never brought that up to me. But I could.
No, I don't think he'll bring it up.
It is tough because I can understand John's point of view because we've all asked each other, "Hey, can I tell you something privately?" And I don't know.
If Benji, if you were sending writing samples for another show, would you ask me to proofread them, and then and not tell anyone, or would you go to somebody else?
I would. I would probably ask Hein to proofread.
You know what I'm talking about. And the other thing too is.
I see what you're saying. It is a dilemma.
But here's the other thing. What does John give a shit? He got the job. It would be a worse transition.
Well, I don't know. I want to hear from John if he really is that pissed about it.
All right, we'll call John tomorrow. I was going to say, take our call.
I was going to say if Gary can ever.
But if John is, I think I can. It depends on what level.
I get what you're saying, except for the fact that if he really didn't want anybody here to know,
I guess I don't understand. Like, why would John be pissed at that point that he got the job?
Right, he got the job. What's there to be mad at? If anything, he's got the last laugh on Scott.
I guess he feels betrayed by Scott in some way. I don't know. Scott, if you're listening, come down. Maybe you can explain this.
We should get Sal down here and some of the other people, too, to talk about, I didn't realize this till after John left, but John had his own little fiefdom going that I was unaware of.
Oh, yeah.
And he would, put people on probation and punish them, and he would not talk to people for weeks on end. And there was really like a reign of terror when John was in that office.
Sal's spoken about that before, how he was on 2 weeks probation for doing something wrong.
But Jason and Will, he would give them shit. Like if they rubbed him the wrong way, he would get really mad at them and just ignore them for weeks on end.
He did get mad at me once. For
what?
Has anyone ever seen Scott run? Oh, sorry.
What did he get mad at you for, Benji?
I wanted to start doing stand-up, which I actually all my life I've always sort of dabbled in it.
What, John got mad at you, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had started doing stand-up. And I had worked something out with the New York Comedy Club to do some stuff there.
Right.
And he felt that I was getting in on him doing stand-up.
But why couldn't you both do stand-up?
Yeah. He felt I was, getting in on his thing.
Right, because once he's doing it, it's his thing.
Yeah.
So did that put an end to your stand-up?
Oh, no, just because my laziness did at the time. But he got real mad for a while.
Scott's here. Scott, John used to mess with you a lot, right?
Oh, constantly. He never stopped messing with me. That was his life.
And no matter how mad you got, it didn't stop him. It didn't slow him down.
Never. I mean, he would, the phone tricks, the money on the floor tricks with the string.
What else? How else would he fuck with you?
Hey, wait. Didn't he do something? This is all coming back to me now. Didn't he convince the guy at the garage to say that your car was gone? Did he, or he never pulled that one off? He was working on that one.
No, he never did. No, he never. That never worked. That never. But I mean, he would love to constantly fuck with me every way he could.
Now, you had this tape. Like when you did it with him, did you think, okay, one day I'm gonna,
when
he'll get his?
Not really. I just. He came and he said, "I want to record this thing," and I really didn't know what it was for. I thought it was like a goof. I didn't think it was a serious audition tape because it obviously didn't sound like a serious audition. He wasn't an announcer. So I just took it like, all right, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do.
You thought it might be a bit of some kind?
Yeah, I wasn't positive what he was doing.
And were you giving him that detailed feedback on his performance as it went on?
I gave it, because I didn't know what he wanted to do. So he went on. He was asking advice. Does that sound good? I'm like, yeah, you can, go a little more up and, try one easy, try one more, high energy.
Was there ever any discussion like, hey, can you help me with this and keep it private?
Yeah, he didn't want anybody to know about it.
And did you agree to not say it?
Yes. As a matter of fact, after we were done, he told me to email it to somebody, and they said, please destroy it. And he actually came over to my computer and watched me delete the file.
And
unbeknownst to him, there was a copy of that file somewhere else on the computer.
So what made you decide eventually to give it to
and I knew I had to save it because
evil genius.
I mean, Howard's mantra was always record, never stop recording.
Right.
Record everything.
Right.
And save everything.
Right.
So that's what we did, and that's what I did.
But I'm saying, at what point did you decide, okay, I'm going to let Gary and the guys know that we've got this?
See, I forgot about it, and figured out it was fucked. And then a few months later, when John came out and announced that he was leaving to go to the Tonight Show as their announcer, I go, that fuck. And I realized I still had that tape.
Wait, why that fuck?
Because, I mean, he was just like, how can he possibly be an announcer with that kind of voice?
Oh, okay.
You know,
so you're saying like that? Fuck, like how can he reach this level?
Yeah, I mean, he's the classic example of falling up.
And how did John react to you? How did he treat you after that? Gary says he hasn't spoken to you since.
No, I saw him once out in Vegas, and he barely looked at me.
But I mean, that day.
Oh,
if you can remember back.
Oh God, he was so angry. And he's like, I trusted you. You were my friend. You tell me things I don't tell anybody. And he was just so mad. I mean, I had it, and I excuse me. I saved it for a great time, and I wasn't going to use it until he announced that I'm the announcer on the Tonight Show.
Right. So you did no harm in that sense, but he's still pissed that you betrayed his confidence.
Yeah, he already had the job. I didn't fuck it up. In other words, I didn't go right to Howard and say, John recorded this tape. I held it.
All right, and JD, you love when Fred was doing Scott giving John advice during the session, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I've seen Scott in the middle of recording sessions, and he just sits there, doesn't react to anything you say or do, and just stares at the waveform going by that's recording.
Wait a minute. And Artie was like, "Oh, Scott's one take. Get out. You're done. You don't need it. It's perfect." That's not true.
You think that's unfair?
That was unfair, yeah.
Oh, you think you're the most welcoming engineer when you go in there to do stuff, when people come in to do stuff with you?
Of course I am.
Bullshit.
Come in. Have a seat. Relax.
What's he like? What's he like?
The fuck do you want?
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how we had on the best guest we could possibly have on, one of the greatest musicians of all times, an American icon, Paul McCartney. And then we also talked about how Robin hurled herself at him to try to get a date and was rebuffed. That's how it went.
There was a Beatle up here today, Gary, and it was Sir Paul McCartney.
Will and I were talking. First of all, we were trying to figure out, is there a guest? Who's the biggest guest that's ever been on the show? Who would you say is bigger than him? And we couldn't come up with anybody. Mickey Mantle. We had Mickey Mantle on the show once, but
I would say McCartney's bigger than Mickey Mantle.
Okay, Schwarzenegger at the height of his fame.
McCartney's bigger.
I agree. We couldn't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody that's been on the show that's bigger than McCartney.
And
he transcends everything. My mother, who's 82 years old, knows who he is. My 11-year-old was thrilled he was coming in, and everybody in between gives a shit.
It's funny you said that. I told my daughters that, and they couldn't believe it. They were like, "One of the Beatles is coming in." I'm like,
they were thrilled.
Yeah,
and I got to tell you, the big announcement that Paul made, which I knew already, that was exciting, is that there's a Beatles rock band coming out.
I know. I don't know if it's Guitar Hero or Rock Band. I think it's Guitar Hero.
Well, one of those.
Howard, do you play Guitar Hero? And he goes, no. But he's going to make a ton of money off of when the Beatle version comes out. But and Steve Brandano, hosts the Intern Show, which is on 7 o'clock tonight on Howard 101, made an interesting point when he did his thing. He said the interns were more excited about Paul McCartney than they were for Brody Jenner.
And Will and I were trying to figure out he came up with security, but it wasn't like insane security. I've heard people who aren't as big as Paul, come up through the back entrance with tons and tons of security. But we were saying that there's a guy whose every move is monitored. If he blows his nose and throws a tissue in the garbage, some idiot's going to fish it out.
That's true.
People watch everything he does, and being that guy, he's pretty level-headed, pretty low-key considering.
I remember, and you guys know we're huge Beatle fanatics, but I remember reading a lot about how he sort of drives his own car. He's very down to earth. Now, granted, he's one of the richest men in the world, but he's sort of a regular guy in a sense, which I know you're thinking, how could he be a regular guy?
He's as regular a guy as you can be with $1 billion. No, but I mean that as a compliment. He's as regular a guy as you can be. I liked his take on Ringo. How Ringo's always been sort of a curmudgeon. Ringo's always been one of those guys who's been irritated by people. Peace and love, peace and love.
And how they cut off his head in Liverpool. And it's over. I mean, you got to be careful.
They cut
Liverpool
off his lawn head.
Yes, his lawn head, not his actual head. But Paul, I'm trying to think of another. And if you have any ideas, call in with it.
I would say
of a guest who's rivaled Paul McCartney.
Mantle is the closest as far as being an icon, and I still think McCartney's bigger.
I agree. And we were all in awe. We'll get to Robin, who was particularly in awe. Somebody said Robin is out Lisa G'ing herself in making her play for McCartney.
I told Will we needed to put a bucket under her chair.
But you know what? You can't blame her. And we were talking about it during the break, and she's like, I grew up idolizing him. She had Beatles trading cards.
I know, but
she is in, I mean, ridiculous head over heels.
Right, but I
love
just
with him.
it was interesting that maybe Robin is a classic example that for women, you know, you hit your sexual peak as you get older, because she's clearly getting more sexual as she gets older. But I mean, in all the years of the show, she's never really been that overtly like, I will, do things to you you can't believe.
To the point where Paul McCartney said to Howard, "You put her up to this, right? This is some kind of bit."
Right.
And Robin's like, "No."
Who was the guy that Robin was flirting with? Was it Wyclef? Who was the guy that went into her room?
That was Wyclef.
And picked her up and started like dry humping
yes,
her.
but Wyclef can step aside for Paul McCartney.
Oh, no doubt.
I think.
And he would, too.
It's an interesting male-female thing that, like, is there a woman of that kind of achievement at that age that we would go crazy for?
Well, I think the at that age is the disclaimer in that.
Well, let's take it back another one. What woman is there a woman of that achievement in the arts or in any other place that we would be that excited by? Well, Hillary Clinton?
Well, Madonna. I mean, but I'm saying that you'd want to.
But
fuck
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you'd be throwing yourself at Hillary Clinton.
Not because you want to fuck because just like, hey, it's a great story. But you like Robin's sincerely turned on by him because of who he is.
Raquel Welch.
No. 'Cause I've seen her. Right.
It's a good question. I really don't know.
What happened? I don't know. Men age gracefully a little bit better. The women. There were some women that they get older and they really are doing really well, and then all of a sudden it falls apart.
But I think
remember how hot Anne Margaret was like 10 years ago?
Yeah, a lot of people thought Sophia Loren held on to her looks for a very long time.
What I'm saying, it's clearly not about. I mean, Paul's a handsome guy, I think, but it's not about the looks. I think if he aged really badly 10 years from now, Robin would still want him.
That's a good question for Robin. I think if Paul came in 100 pounds heavier and with a limp and whatever, I don't know if she would feel the same way. I really don't. Do you, Gary?
No, I think he still sort of has his looks. He's still there. You can see the guy that was the young guy still there. He still resembles him.
And he walks in with a Hofner bass and says, "Happy birthday, Howard."
Which was awesome. And that was the guy who runs this whole place, Scott Greenstein. Howard likes to collect guitars, and he was at Howard's house and saw an empty space, and that's a reference that Paul made when he walked in. Howard has like these pillars, and Scott recognized that there was a guitar missing from one of the pillars, and Paul walks in and he goes, "This is for your fourth pillar." And that's what he meant by that.
Now, we've talked before when Howard had interviewed McCartney a few years ago, how he doesn't get choked up, but he definitely, he's very, he wants to prepare right. Not that he doesn't care about every interview, but he sort of gets a chill when when Paul McCartney's in his presence.
It's one of the few guests I've ever seen him be a little bit in awe of, or I don't know if the word is in awe, but he shows such a great respect. And, we did a lot of things today. Like we didn't bother him with pre-interviews with Lisa G and the cameras. We didn't take pictures in the studio. Howard's like, a guest of that caliber should be able to come in and come out and, not feel bothered.
Do you think they have a special chemistry, the two of them?
I do. I really do, because McCartney clearly seems to like him. And Howard, of course, you could see that Howard loves McCartney. But McCartney clearly seems to, find Howard endearing.
Yeah, I think he knows what to expect from Howard. And when Howard started asking a little bit about Heather Mills or about his kids or whatever, McCartney backed off on it, but didn't do it in an asshole kind of way.
Right. He's like, dude, I'm not going to go there, but, let's chat.
And Howard was a genuine big fan of his new record, apparently.
Yeah, I liked the little bit that I heard. I'm going to take the whole record home and listen to it on the way home today.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Jay and Troy. Jay, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Hey, boys. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Real great, thanks. I hopped up a couple hours early just to listen to McCartney. And what you guys were saying about if Paul came in a couple pounds heavier or something, you got to remember, he's still got $1 billion, okay? He looks pretty fucking good. The difference between Mantle and maybe McCartney, and Gary, I don't know, you might remember this. When Mantle died, Howard sang a song. You probably don't remember it, do you, Gary?
No.
It was... And this is the difference. He wouldn't talk like McCartney like that. But when Mantle died, Howard sang, "It's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out when you drink like that."
Yeah, but let's take that part out. I know what you're saying. Howard is not in awe of Mantle. He recognizes that almost every other guy is. Howard's not such a sports freak that is like, oh my God, it's Mantle. So it's not about whether it was big to Howard, because clearly McCartney's bigger to Howard than anybody. But who is a bigger icon to have come in the studio is the question.
Yeah, the last time he was in was right after 9/11 also, and it was thrilling for me to be this far away hearing it. You guys must be thrilled to be able to meet and greet the guy. God bless you. You're lucky people.
Yeah, that's a part of the job I love the most.
Yeah, I mean, everybody here feels pretty lucky. Everyone was charged up. Even this morning at 5:45, people were had a ton of energy.
It was funny. I realized that I usually get here about 5:30 in the morning, and I realized I walked in the door at 5:15. I realized I didn't set my alarm any earlier, but I got up early and just got up and was it was fun to come to work today.
Lisa G seemed pretty fired up as well.
How could you tell?
What do you mean, Gary?
She liked him, huh?
You think?
She's ready to do things?
I think she was willing to even put up a performance for him. She said she wanted to play with him, I believe, and I'm no double entendre there.
Little Eleanor Rigby on her viola.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about the girls for Dumb as a Rock and how they were literally dumb as a rock. Check it out.
The big game that happened today on the Howard Stern show, and that was entitled Dumb as a Rock. And if there ever was an appropriate title for a game, I think this might have been it.
Yeah, I think it was created by Sal. Is this Sal's name?
I think it's something that just came up in the meeting. I think I said this girl is dumb as a rock, and I think Howard almost said, that might be a funny game. We should make the girl say I'm as dumb as a rock.
But I got to say, you know what? These things always look good on paper. Will did a great job because, you got to find – you can't just pick 3 girls and bring them in. You got to find 3 girls who are dumb, and God, did you find them?
Well, it's as far as a porn star goes, it's really funny because I talk to these guys all the time, guys that cast these girls in movies, and 3 casting agents or directors said to me, "Oh, I got the perfect girl for you," and they all said both of them, they're actually sisters, Brittany and Whitney, and they says they're both half retarded.
And in fact, I think we sort of missed something. I think we may have to have the sisters back.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and use them for Porn Actor Studio. Actually.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
First family version.
Yeah, I think she said that would be a little weird.
Right, that would be a little weird.
You know what I just realized? I went ugh, just because that's what you guys always do, but that's hot as hell.
It's not that hot.
Yeah, it is.
We got to find out on
if the 2 chicks are hot, the 2 sisters are hot. That's hot as hell.
We're still working it out with Howard TV whether they can make out on camera or not. So,
but the other girls that were in there too from that
they're from Mama's Boys. So I know that the Mama's Boys, one of the publicists was trying to get girls on from the show, and I said, "Look, we got this bit coming up where we're looking for dumb girls," and they brought me a few girls, and I just gave them a quick quiz. It was simple, who won the Civil War. I think both of them said the South, and that was pretty much you're booked.
Because who was the first girl? Who was girl number 1?
Kyra was
with the C.
She couldn't stop laughing. Everything was funny. She giggled at everything. Even when we played her song, we were like, "What are you laughing at?"
Yeah, she was funny. But Megan, the second one, when I did the interview with her, I think she just knows she's not that bright, which is kind of funny. And she was very apprehensive to do the game because she knew exactly what it was going to be. But she was a good sport.
At what point?
And super hot.
At what point did they realize they're being pitched because they're so
I don't know if
smart?
Kara ever got it. I think she was just happy to come back to the show. But Megan, the second one, she got it almost immediately. Obviously, when you pitch the premise of the game, you have to say I'm as dumb as a rock. Right. They know something's up. The third one, I don't know. She was probably busy picking her nose or something.
Isn't that uncomfortable, though? Because I always tell the story about when we were doing Butterface contest.
Yeah.
And this girl called me up, and she goes, I was at class today, and a guy in my class said he gave me your number and said I should call you. You're having a contest. And I said, well, did he tell you what it's for? She goes, yeah, he said it's for girls with really hot bodies. Now, I got to explain to her what a Butterface is.
Right.
And she's like, oh, yeah, let me get back to you on that.
And it's funny, too, because I always tell the publicist first, and then they go back and find some of the girls or give them to me, but they never tell them what it's all about. I'm the one that's supposed to go tell them.
You're the idiot.
You're a retard.
Now, did Karen and Megan were one thing, but Brittany was a whole different level.
Oh, she was great.
I mean, she was the Roman numeral one, correct?
Yeah.
Well, they all got it
wrong.
wrong.
But she was the one who, well, actually.
No. She was the one, I think that her legendary answer, we asked her what a carnivore was, and then we asked her to break it down in syllables, and she thought it was some sort of a truck, because she got car out of it.
Yeah, if you missed this game, Teddy, hit clip number 1. Here's a little bit.
What is the symbol for the Roman numeral 10? What is this symbol? Girls, don't help. If you do, I'm going to take away your money, and I'm going to spank you here on television.
The symbol for the Roman numeral 10?
What is the symbol? Do you know what a Roman Roman numeral is?
Yeah, I do.
What do you know about that?
I'm really bad at math.
Do you know about Rome, ancient Rome, at all?
Not really.
All right, so what is this
Have
Roman...
you seen Roman numeral?
And why would anyone want a Roman numeral?
No.
I don't even know how to say what the symbol is. Like, how do you say that?
You don't know.
No, I don't. I don't.
Can't help you, sweetheart.
Well, let's wait. Let's work through this.
Okay.
All right, so we're looking for the Roman numeral symbol for 10. First of all, what number comes after 10?
I'll tell you, you pulled it down. She said 9.
Oh, it ended. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but you sort of get the point. Would anyone here qualify to play that game, you think?
Sal? Nah, even Sal knows a little. We'd have to make the questions a little bit harder.
Maybe.
Sal, do you think Sal knows if the North or the South won the Civil War?
I think now he knows. Yeah, but
history is really. I mean, Sal, math is okay.
Do you think Sal would know the Roman numeral for 50?
I don't know.
He didn't. He thought Puerto Rico was a state,
right?
And I don't think he did know who won the Civil War.
Wait, I don't even know for sure. Is it VX?
Is it L or M?
Oh, let's see. I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
All
It's so
right.
obvious.
What is it?
It's L. But okay, maybe that was too hard.
John playing dumb as a rock on a different
I
plane.
went to Adelphi, Mr. Braggart, not Michigan.
That's right. We know our Roman numerals at the University of Michigan. Do you feel bad for these girls? I mean, well, first of all, what's the look on their face when they're saying, "I'm as dumb as a rock"? Their eyes seem to drop a little bit. And how would you describe it?
The first girl she giggled no matter what she did.
Right.
The second girl, like Will said, she sort of knew what she was doing. And the third girl, I think, knows what her lot in life is and just sort of, of course I'm dumb as a rock.
The one thing you always say to the girls is just don't take it too
Right.
seriously. It's just a stupid game. Have fun with it. Whatever.
I thought the most insulting part of the game was that Artie was laughing uncontrollably. And at one point the girl goes, "What are you laughing at?" He goes, "Because you're insanely wrong."
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staff, Whack Packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, when the guys at Howard TV first conceived the show, my guest today was one of the first names that popped up as a must-have. Now, it's not because of any one particular thing that he does. It's because he has utter and complete verbal diarrhea. You may love him, you may hate him, but you certainly know what his penis looks like. His phony phone calls are instant classics, and his least favorite number is 143. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sal, the stockbroker Governale.
Rachel Fine!
Sal Governale. Oh, you're not
sorry.
falling for
Okay.
that. Let's just...
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay,
Little
sit down.
You feel warm?
Not falling for that again.
Fresh and
Just
warm.
sit down. Are you ready to answer some fan questions?
I am ready. I'm ready for anything that you ask me.
Fantastic. Can I keep your eyes in this general direction?
Yes.
All right, first question comes from JM on Twitter. He wants to know, how did you feel when you got hired by Howard?
Extremely excited, Rachel, but at first, to be honest, I thought it was a prank because Gary pranked me 5 years prior. They got me pretty good on the show. I was working on Wall Street, and I was actually that day writing jokes for Artie Lang because he was doing the Donald Trump roast. And I was kind of bummed out, that Win John's job just ended, the great Richard Christie won, which was the greatest thing to happen to the show. And I got a call like, hello, Howard was thinking we'd like to give you a shot here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sure enough, I got invited into the show, and it's been 7 years later. So it's been great.
Wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, thank you.
Next question came in from Facebook. This is from John R. He says, F, marry, kill, Richard, Howard, and Robin, and explain your reasons.
Okay, well, definitely marry Richard because I love him, and he's my second wife. I would probably fuck Howard because it would make for great radio. Robin, you won't believe what happened to me last night. What, Howard? Sal fucked me up the ass. oh my God, don't tell me that. Because he did. And I would, unfortunately, because of the game, have no choice but to kill Robin.
That hurts.
Sorry, Robin.
That's crazy.
Sorry to hear that.
What's wrong with him?
Only because of the game. Only because
you're
the game
really getting into that.
gives me no choice but to do it. Okay.
Excellent. Moving on.
Is she dead yet?
She is dead. Next question is from Joseph M. on Facebook. He asks, what do you want to do once the Stern Show ends?
You. Every
That is
night.
so sweet.
As long as Richie Wilson doesn't kill me.
You're going to have to clear that with Richie.
What do I want to do? I want to continue to write with Richard Christie, put shows together, comedy, perhaps work for a television show like Jimmy Kimmel, certainly pursue stand-up, and just continue within that vicinity, in the entertainment industry in some capacity.
Sounds good. Maybe you'll be the next Ronnie Munt.
I said entertainment.
Next question is Kim S. also on Facebook.
Kim S.
She says, Sal,
Yes.
tell me one thing you love about your wife. Really love, no jokes. Can you?
Yes, of course. My wife is a spectacular and awesome mother. Really, really great. That's one. I could tell you a few.
Give me another.
I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think she has a great personality. And I also think if it wasn't for her, 80% of my material would be out the window. She always says to me that, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have anything. And to some point, that's true. The price that we pay for that is a different story. But it's certainly the truth. She's really good.
She's a good source of your comedy.
Yeah, she's got a good sense of humor.
So romantic. Next one also from Twitter is from Roger. He says, how did you ever pass the Series 7 exam?
I studied every day. I actually made it a job. I got up at 9 in the morning and I went to my kitchen table and I stayed there till 5 p.m. And the only time I took a break was at noon. Like I took a lunch break and I would put on The Price is Right during my lunch break. And I watched The Price is Right, and then I went back to studying, and I studied real hard. I crammed it all in, and I got an 86 first time out.
Nice. Do you think if you took it again today without preparing, you'd pass it?
68. It would take some time, but I could certainly pass it again.
Nice. Next question also from Twitter is from Stacy. Stacy says, is Gary still eating black and white cookies with crumbs running down his chin?
Well, I would have to say yes, I am. I love them, and there's nothing better to put me to sleep quicker than a good old batch of black and white cookies right after I'm done playing solitaire, boy.
Sorry to wake you up. Next one came in from Facebook. This is from Scott M.
Oh, Scott.
From Scott. Sal, what do you do all day other than the prank calls?
Well, that's a good question. We do song parodies. We listen to listener submissions. We put bits together. We put games together, like the Debbie the Come game today. We also write when people go out on the street. Rich and I actually go out on the street a lot, so we're constantly coming up with new concepts for the street, like Occupy Wall Street, like going to Harlem, talking about topical topics there. While the show was on, during the course of the show, I and Richard also send Howard jokes and media during the course of the show through Will and Steve on the computer. We submit jokes for other people as well, like Evil Dave. When George Takei comes in, we write the announces for him. So constantly doing stuff.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Jose N on Facebook says, has there ever been one call that you really loved but couldn't play it on the show?
Yes, there are quite a few, and there's one in particular that we really love. It took about 6 months to produce. It involved many characters on the show, like Wood Yee, like Craig Gass doing his Gene Simmons impersonation, and we just couldn't play it. This call was so good that Gary reached out to this particular person. They do have a product that they sell as well, and even gave that person the opportunity to come on the show and be interviewed about it, provided that we could play the prank call. Still didn't happen. There are a lot of great prank calls that we just can't play. People say no, and that's it. No is no. Everything that we do, we get a consent for. And if we don't get the consent, we can't play it.
What percentage doesn't make it through?
I would say lately it's been like 40-70 in our favor. About 40% does not make it through. 40%.
Do you recognize that 40 plus 70 is more than 100?
Oh, my God, I just realized that. 40-60. 40-65, yeah.
Can we go back to the Series 7 question?
Yeah.
Michael G
God.
tweeted us.
So embarrassed.
Sal, is your hair growing back with the fake propecia?
Feel it. What do you think?
It actually looks good. It looks pretty full.
Yeah,
Wait, I didn't feel it before. So
Well,
you
it was
tell me.
called Propecia, and I got it from India. I went to this website online because Propecia is very expensive, and I can't afford it. So I looked online, and I received this Indian Propecia called Apecia. And I tried that for a little bit, but I was getting some wacky side effects. So I stopped that, but what I'm doing now is I'm doing Rogaine twice a day. I do the Rogaine foam. Get right in the peaks, rub it in, go to the back. How's the back look?
It looks good.
Yeah, fill it up there. That's it. And then, and just the opposite of my balls and cock. It's nair. Gets all the hair out. So bald here, full there. It's a match made in heaven, ladies. Match made in heaven.
Next is from Live and Uncut on Twitter. If you had to choose either your wife or Richard to live with for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
Wow, that is a great question. Sorry, buddy. But I'm going to have to live with you for the rest of my life.
You pick me?
Do I stutter, shithead?
Thanks, honey.
I'm going to... Well, I've had my wife for quite a long time. I've known my wife for 16 years now, and I've only known Richard for 7. So to be fair and to balance it out, I have to give him at least 9 more. So, yeah. Welcome aboard, babe. You're in.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, sweetie. Anything.
I want to thank Sal for answering all the questions that you, the fans, provided. Keep sending your questions in via Twitter, Facebook, email, and video submission. And remember that this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next week, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time.
I know I did.
Thank you very much for that.
Shut the cameras off.
Richie!
No, Richie. Bye.